today now. And Carlos is high. So I have my microwavable tikka masala, which looks not great. And then I have to have that so that I can have this. Let's see if I can pull it around. This is from Christopher Stedler. He made me some of his cherry wine, which I can drink. This one is with Bordeaux yeast, and then he also made one with the Burgundy yeast, but we can try that next week. And then I have been very good with the chocolate, so I still have more chocolate left over. And then, of course, we have to have cheese. We didn't eat all of our brie. It's in there somewhere. Brie and Camembert from Dovre. And, of course, the good crackers. So first I have to eat tikka masala. And then I can have all the good stuff that'll make me hyper. Just checking up on chat here. I see we got Audra. She's in Trondheim, and she's got no rain, but 19, good temperature for her. She's getting ready for the Trondheim market, which is next week. Albert is in Hamar at the Hamar Medieval Festival. I missed that one. Hey, Osman is here too. Osman, you're the reason I'm late today. No, we got a lot of boxes. We got 15 boxes from Osman today, and I have been unpacking them all day. I wanted to take you some samples to show you what he sent us, but I'm still unpacking and going through them, so I will show you next week. We got the cutest little keychains from him and some beautiful, beautiful journals and some other fun things in there too, so I will bring them and show them off next week. But yes, Osman, your package arrived. My fingers are full of horn dust. Because we got horns today too, drinking horns. Let's see who else is here. There we go. Torbjorn is here. He's made it. Heidi is here. And lots of Norwegians made it. Sandy Privet made it. I saw she broke her. She did something. She didn't break her knee, but she did something bad to it. The chair bit her or something. So I hope you're doing better. Let's see. Torben says, ooh, Ritz crackers. Someone got their feriepenger. That's right. Actually, it turns out First Price makes one that looks just like it. Almost the same. It's okay. But you got to have the good crackers with the cheese. Oh, the Ritz was far too expensive. Even they made little boxes now like this big, but oh, and Audra's bringing 3 boxes of chocolate so you don't have to save. I found out Anne Morose, yeah, she's on there too. Anne Morose says that she's going to come to the Needlebinding Festival, and she's like, what to bring? And I'm like, maybe the good Belgian chocolate that doesn't go in the refrigerator. I have to show that off. So that's super excited. The Needlebinding Festival, if you don't know, is from the 6th to the 8th of November. We hope to get something posted soon. We are just waiting on package prices from the budget hotel, the Gudvangen Budget Hotel, and the Gudvangen Fjord Hotel. They will be having special package prices for those going to the festival, which will include night and with or without food options. So you could have your dinner included kind of thing. So hope to have those soon. When we get all that sorted, then we should have something posted. But yes, Sally Pointer is coming. Anne-Marie Decker is coming. Ingela Andersson is coming, and I'll probably have to do a little talk myself. But it will be fun and lots of Vikings. So I'm super excited. Let's see. Susan's here all the way from San Diego. She says next week in the Scottish Highland Games in San Diego, we are at the Norway Knitting Hall Group, and I'm going to be there. Oh, that is going to be fun. Or the Norway Knitting Hall Group is going to be there. Yeah, such beautiful knitting. And I'm curious to see if they knit the Norwegian way. That's the way I learned to knit, which makes me understand why I had a hard time learning how to knit from my mother. For one, my mother can teach everyone but her own kids. It's a rule. But my cat's going nuts. But I have a different way of holding the needles and the yarn that I learned over here that they don't do over there. In United States, they throw the yarn. In Europe, they pick the yarn and hold the yarn in the opposite hand. It's a confusing thing. Anyway, Sandy says, yeah, her knee only hurt after happening. Thank you. Oh, that's good. Yeah, she had a picture on her Facebook that she got bit by her chair. I thought that was an interesting thing. see, PJ's here as well. From sunny England, she's having egg mayo salad pate and cucumber sandwiches, antibiotics to be followed by homegrown strawberries with cream. Yeah, I don't think anything on my plate is healthy. Maybe the cheese. Processed tikka masala and let's see. Torben says, today there will be coffee and Bailey's. Ooh. But only the behemoth, after the behemoths and Noraylan are fast asleep. His kids. And Amaro's waiting for families, checking in until now. And Bernice's here as well. Okay, we're going to go outside a little bit now that I'll show you the goodies one more time. My plan for today, and I might get some needle binding done too. See, it's over here. I didn't get much done since last week, but this is the stitch of the month. So we'll have a look at that in a second. But first we'll go outside because Karl's upstairs doing his business. But we've got, yeah, I cannot have any of the good stuff until I put some food in my stomach. And then it'll be all kinds of sugar and stuff. Okay, but we'll go outside and take a look at the weather. Let's see. Have to avoid cat bombs on the ground. Karl's been cleaning. Let's see. Okay. We're getting really close to midnight sun. So now it is a little after 7 o'clock and the sun is still visible in the sky. It's right there. So it'll be a while before it goes behind the mountain, but that gives you an idea of how the mountain moves. Ooh, Torben's sending pictures. We'll share those later. Yeah, if you want to share some pictures on YouTube, you can just send them to me on Messenger, Facebook Messenger, and I can share them. Are you going to the festival in Denmark? No, I would absolutely love to go to the Needlebinding Festival in Denmark. We went, Karl and I went the first year because it was in May, but it moved to August, and if I leave the village in August, my boss will kill me because there's a lot of tourism. There's a lot of tourism in May, but we have a lot of cruise ships and such coming through in August as well, and tour buses, so we really have to be on site for that. But if they switch it back to May, which I saw there was a poll, we might be able to go next year. Don't know. Waterfalls are looking good. There's been a little bit of rain, but not too much today, so the river really hasn't gone up higher. We're watching from the deck today. But it's still nice, pretty blue in there. Let's see. There it is, the green-blue color. Aqua. And the really old clothes hanger that doesn't work but came with the house. But the waterfalls are looking pretty nice. What's cooking? Well, today we're going to have a microwavable tikka masala, chicken tikka masala, because I got to get some food down. Didn't have time to eat before. And then we're going to have some leftover cheese and crackers with the cherry wine. Homemade cherry wine with a Bordeaux yeast that my friend Christopher Stadler made. He is one of our Vikings that was traveling through from Germany, and he makes this wonderful, wonderful cherry wine, and I'm not allergic to it. So now he and Audra and Jonas Sandstrom are my alcohol brewers because I can drink their wine. So I'm super excited about that, but I have to get food in the stomach first. You should definitely go though, Radisby. Pascal's going to be there. I saw there was pictures of his needle binding. He's almost head to toe needle binding. It looks like it will be a lot of fun. Outer went there last year. The Needlebinding Festival in Denmark, for those who are wondering about that one, it is in Odense, in Odense, Denmark. Tina Vester is the one that is setting that one up. But yeah, is that next weekend? I think it is. Or is it in August? I forget when it is, but anyway, I can look that up when we get back, because you should absolutely go and check that out if you have. It's also a little village that kind of fits into the Viking age, except for their Danish houses. So they don't have the same moisture issues that we have in Gudvangen. So their houses have thatched roofs and are much more lower, and you can go in them and walk around. They have mud floors and everything, which is ours probably should have. Yeah, I think it was in August. I'm pretty sure, because June, July, and August are pretty much a no vacation month for Karl and I. Just because we work in the tourism industry, but in the winter we're much more free to run around. I like that. The strawberries are tastier than the antibiotics, says PJ. I got a lot of good stuff in there for you. Let's see if there's any more to... Next week we have... Oh yeah, there's a little bit of a waterfall up there. I don't know if you can see it. Just at the top. Next week we have Extreme Sports Vecco in Voss, which is Extreme Sports Week. That means we will have base jumpers jumping off and down, up and down, or off the mountains pretty much all week or whenever the weather allows for it. They will be jumping from off that mountain up the top there, and one of them likes to do like this spiral thing and tip his toes into that waterfall. He's pretty crazy. They will be jumping off at another mountain point, which is around that bend. You can see the valley here. I zoom out. And they will also be jumping. Gudvangen is a great place for base jumpers. I can't see it from here, but we can go around the other way. They'll also be jumping down up there, so we'll be having helicopters going up and down like mad. We can go look at the other way though and see. I saw there was helicopters going today, but it just seemed to be dropping off people with a lot of money. That's okay. Let's see. Watch where I step. Then we'll go outside the other way and take a look out there too. Okay. Still lots of storage in the house because I haven't unpacked. One of these days I'll realize that we're still here. That was an extreme close-up of my face, you poor things. Up there, they jump too, way up there. If I come down a bit. Up there. They also jump from way the hell up there, and then they land in a field, a farmer's field, probably about a half a kilometer that way. I don't know if they'll jump from the other side, but that's a long way up, but the waterfall where they jump over the waterfalls is much better. There's another waterfall over there you can see. Let's see. That was one I was trying to show from the deck. But the reason I started out on the deck is that's the best way to see the waterfall that you can see from the village. So they're crazy. Paragliding, base jumpers, everything under the sun, I think. They even jump from helicopters. And then they use the helicopters to bump up the air so they can kind of like go up and up and up. They do a lot of fun tricks. Let's see if we can... I might be needing to zoom out again so we don't get sick. There you can see the... If I move any more to the left though, you won't be able to see it. It'll hide behind the tree. I got a bug on my leg. But yeah, so they're jumping all along this wall, and then of course there's like a triangle peak over the village on the other side of the valley, which they'll jump from there as well. But it's quite narrow. There's a field, a farmer's field closer to the village that they will jump into, and then further back. Does you know any good resources to make Viking clothes? The best one, if you want a how-to tutorial that I can think of, is Nilla Viking on YouTube, N-I-L-L-E, and then Viking as one word. That is Nilla Glessil's page, and she used to have a book with some patterns, but now she's gone over to videos. She does pretty good things. She makes and sells a lot of the clothing that she makes in there at markets. So anyway, that was the weather today. We're doing well. The sun is up. I think we're about. Should we do the mirror episode here? The Instagram post. Are you ready? I have to show the Instagram post where you want to see the picture and all you see is somebody's face covering most of the screen. But yeah, the sun is right there. It hasn't even gone behind. So for those of you who've been logging in at wintertime when there's absolutely no point going outside, you can feel the difference. Maggie's here dropping in by to say hi. I have to get back to the Zoom meeting. Hi, Maggie. Hey, I can do this. There we go. But yeah, so in about 1 week, I think we have midsummer. If I'm right, those of you who pay attention to equinox can correct me there. Then we will probably have like a staff party in the village with some drumming and enough to annoy hotel guests everywhere. But that's about it. But Oldesund, over where Anka and Andre are, that one is, that's the one that, if you haven't seen it, Oldesund, A with the circle over it, Lesund, Viking summer, or no, medieval, no, what is it called? Not medieval. Midsummer. Take a look at the bonfire they build. I will have to show you that. They have been building it for a couple of weeks now. It is flipping huge, and it is off the island, on an island out of Ålesund, where they light pretty much the biggest bonfire in the world, I think. Dirty house. But there you go. One last look at the waterfall that crazy people are going to jump off of next week. Okay, then we'll go inside. I was going to test blowing horns today, but I still have a cold sore. Almost wiped out. Okay, then we go inside and we make fun of Karl, who is probably still up there doing a man's job. I'm not kidding. Who am I kidding? The women take just as long in the toilet. If you have a phone, you have time. You still up there, Karl? Yep. Okay. Then we can look at some needle binding. But I will show you the picture from Ålesund here. While we're talking about medieval markets here. Let's see. Scary, says Annetta. I consider leaving my house for more wine is an extreme sport. Yeah, you're not wrong. Let's see. Ålesund. Medieval. Or midsummer. Why do I keep going medieval? Oh, because the Hammer Medieval Festival. Midsummer Bonfire 2026. Okay, according to AI, the legendary Slinningsbålet bonfire in Ålesund is lit on Saturday, June 20th, so this Saturday, at 9 p.m. The towering hand-built midsummer fire will be constructed at Slinningsolden, which would be the peninsula, on the Hessa Peninsula. And then there's got to be some pictures of this thing. There we go. These will be obviously not pictures from 2026 because that hasn't happened yet. That bonfire is huge. Let's see if we can get some more pictures here. Look how big that thing is. Those are pallets and pallets and pallets and pallets. But it will be big. So Sweden dances around a pole with flowers, and we just light shit on fire. That's the difference between Sweden and Norway's midsummer. There's another one. There you can see how much lit up it is. The boats even have to stay a good distance back because I think that contributes to global warming, if I'm not incorrect. It's a lot of fire, but that thing is very, very tall. There you can see kind of the building. I wonder if I can zoom in on that. To give you an idea of the height. Those are people. There's another big, tall view of it. You can nuke yourself some, or you can either have a tuna fish sandwich or tuna salad sandwich, or you can have you can nuke yourself the other tikka masala, Karl. But you should probably eat something before alcohol today. He hasn't eaten. Radisby says, we light shit on fire here too, but on April 30th. Okay. Oh, there we go. I got so much stuff on the table. Okay. Then I will move my little tray of goodies here. And we'll play with needle binding. Then I can bring this out. I didn't want to start opening my food until I was done outside because the cat will steal it. Okay. So, let's see. Then we're all set for the needle binding part. Oh, me too. Yeah, are you going to have that? What are you going to have that wish? Well, that's something like only the Finnish like. I put it in Hot chocolate. You have hot chocolate.
But I can just put it in a glass.
And drink it straight?
Yeah.
Why don't you just drink mouthwash while you're at it? Oh, God.
This is good shit.
Okay, Carl's going to be drink. Okay, bring the Mintu stuff. Carl's got weird taste. Should probably taste really good with your tuna fish. I did not get anything done since you were here last week. On this, I had to process some wool, which I'll go into after. This is the 2+TR stitch. If you need it to be denser or looser, have a seat here. Carl will switch places in a minute. Maybe, nah, we're good for now. Because I didn't get to charge much. So this one, if your yarn is, if you want it to be more dense, you can, this is 2 loops on the thumb, dirty fingernail, let's not look at that. 2 loops on the thumb and you're twisting the 3rd loop. We'll go into that more, but if you need it to be more loose, because this is too dense, you can just do 1 and then twist the 2nd loop. Or you could do 3 loops on your thumb, for example, and twist the 4 loop, and that'll make it more dense. You can adjust this how you want, but because it's called 2+TR that we're doing, that means you have 2 on the thumb plus TR. So anyway, and as I'm just using an F2 connection, which is 1 new one and 1 old one. You can use whatever connection you want on this. So I have to connect, my yarn is not even on there. By the way, this is what Karl wants to drink. I mean, it smells, wow, I might actually kiss you later. You smell good. It's very pepperminty. It's like peppermint schnapps. Wow, this is like a lot of proof, Karl. Yeah, 35%. Good luck with that. I like mixing that with hot chocolate. Anyway, but just a little bit, and then we call it a peppermint patty. Okay. Is it exactly like, yeah, it's exactly like peppermint schnapps. We can't get peppermint schnapps here, but we can get that. This is just, I think Finland makes this one. Yeah, the legendary mint shot from Finland. There you go, Annetta, there's your picture. It is, yeah, it's exactly like peppermint schnapps, except for I think peppermint schnapps is stronger than 35 proof. I'm not sure. And of course, you don't want to drink that when you're pregnant or driving a car.
But if you drink it, you might end up pregnant.
If you drink it, you might end up pregnant and driving a car. Peppermint schnapps in hot cocoa is the best. See, Annetta knows. We call those peppermint patties. Okay, so F1, F2 is what I'm doing. 1 new one plus 1 old one. And then I have to bring the yarn through. Do not let her kill my couch. Bring the yarn through enough to be able to twist this 3rd loop on your thumb. And you're twisting it from left to right, like that. And then you go under the 2 on your thumb and under the leader yarn. And then pull through, and that is 2+TR with an F2 connection. Let me take off one of the old ones.
Do I smell funny?
Yes, you do. You smell like peppermint. You actually smell kind of good. Let's see. Another way you can do it is you can twist this loop, the 3rd loop. So you have 2 on the thumb, the 3rd loop, you can twist it from left to right first and hold it like that. And then
peaceful coexistence.
I'm doing my connection, and then I could just take it that way because it's already twisted. And then underneath everything. Lock and pull through. I was going to do this left-handed for someone. I didn't, to join. And I did have to figure out where I put that little sample. But yeah, if you want it to be more, I also noticed that this twisted loop is hard to kind of lock into place. So when you're done doing a bunch of them, stretch the crap out of it to get that loop to lock into place. And then take a look. If you think, like I said, if you think it's too holy, you can have 3 loops and then twist the 4th loop. Or if it's too dense, just do 1 loop on your thumb and twist the second one. So it's very adjustable to whatever you're doing. This is a turning stitch. But if you ever see TR, it's because they're twisting it from left to right. That's what that loop is. Yeah, and this will be a bag at some point, hopefully, if I finish it. For me, I think it's because if I leave the stitch in here and then try to turn it, I can't physically stretch that around without ruining the stitch. So that's why it's easier to pull it through. But keep it out of the way first and then pick up that one. There you go. Okay, then we'll see if Karl's doing okay with that. I just have to do a couple more because I'm addicted now. We'll see if Karl's doing okay with the peppermint. Did you drink it already?
No, not all of it.
Okay, I got it. No, but you had some?
Yeah, just enough to attract the cats.
Just enough to attract the cats. Okay. And remember what he looks like now, because it's only going to go downhill from here. You got to have your tikka masala. Pretty soon we'll see Karl on the food channel in the microwave Iron Chef competition. Oh, yeah. Jesus, Karl.
It's not.
It's not lemonade. I believe Anne always told you this.
A shot is a shot.
Okay. Then you better have some cheese and crackers too if you're not going to have them. So we have, I have to take them out of the packaging. So you can see, Annette likes to see what they are. One is just cheap-ass brie from a classic French cheese, but it's a cheap company. Because we can't do the good crackers here. There we go. That's the brie, which is what a mugust. It's a white mugust, moldy cheese,
Yeah,
basically. Yeah. Anyway, so it's a brie, but this is Eldorado, which is a cheap name brand here. And then there's this one. Actually, is not a cheap name brand. This is Dovre mild Norwegian camembert. Camembert, but Dover is the name of a mountain, if that helps you, in Norway, to have the reason. It's, I don't know, has some sort of a cheese award on there. But anyway, mild Norwegian Camembert, which is a lot like the brie. So but we opened it 2 days ago, so it probably looked prettier 2 days ago. Let's see. I can do this. There we go. Okay. So we have this, and Karl, if you want to pour the cherry wine, we have cherry wine. I don't know if you want to have cherry wine. There you can see.
I think maybe I should. This glass is no. Everything is going to taste like mint, no matter what.
So no wine for you?
The wine is meant for you anyway, so.
The wine is meant for me. I let Karl have a glass of it because I decided we needed a date night, and I could not wait till Saturday to have one. Because I think it's been about 3 years or 4 years since I've had his cherry wine, so it was so good. And then...
This is like port, right?
No, this is a Bordeaux. It's a cherry wine, but it's with Bordeaux. It's backwards, but Bordeaux yeast. And the other one he made is with Burgundy yeast, so it'll have a different kind of flavor. Bordeaux is a type of wine.
But it is comically strong compared to normal wine.
Yeah, no, he makes his liqueur strength, but... So, ta-da. Look at the dark color. And my tiny little schnapps glass. He was trying to tell me you don't want to drink it too quickly, though, because it's very strong. And I said, no, wait till you see my wine glass. Because he knows it. So there's my wine glass. He says, okay, this will do. But no, you have to make it last.
The size of the glass, it's the speed of the refill that determines how quickly.
The speed of the refill. Okay, we'll have some cheese and crackers, Karl, because you slammed that thing super fast. Get down.
Are you worried that I might turn Finnish on you?
No, but I might not. Right, you're gonna be on the floor as in a puddle.
What do you think the term turning Finnish means?
In the floor on a puddle and yelling at. Could you knock the cat down, please?
Hey, buddy.
He's trying to eat my salt. There you go.
Oh.
Num num num. Torben noticed that we were having the good crackers, the Ritz stuff. We must have had Ferdiapengar, and I told him it turns out that First Price now makes a Ritz-looking cracker. It's not the same. Oh. Okay. I lost my chat here. Hang on a minute. I have to knock the cat on the floor from time to time. Okay, we got a lot of stuff here. The waterfalls are so pretty, says Suze. Reminds me of I want to say Yosemite, but Yosemite. Do you say Yosemite or do you say Yosemite? I always said Yosemite, but then I think of Yosemite Sam from the Bugs Bunny. I have to check that
I've
one out.
never heard it pronounced Yosemite before, so Yosemite is probably the
Yosemite?
correct pronunciation.
Now we have to look it up. What does Google say? How do you pronounce? I don't want to say Yosemite. Ah, shit, they're saying Yosemite. Okay, fine. Yosemite Sam from Bugs Bunny has it right. I don't know. I'm not from that part of the United States. Let's see. I was talking about Extreme Sports Veco coming up next week, so there will be crazy people jumping off the mountain. Actually, they did jump off the mountain and came to visit the village last week. That was quite good. Oh, that's so good.
And statistically speaking, I would say it's a 50-50% chance that somebody dies this year.
Oh, because it's been a while?
Because they statistically die every second year or so.
Yeah, because mountains. Let's see. So I'm going to make Annetta proud, and I had to microwave my own crap today. I'm going to make, I have, hopefully it's not too frozen though, but the tikka masala, which we still have to make Osman's recipe. He sent us one from YouTube that we can make. There you go. We have to make that one of these days. But we're going to go to Voss we haven't been out of the valley for months. But we're going to go to Voss and pick up my kid on next Saturday, which, by the way, means we might need to send on a different day. Because I don't think we're going to be back in time for YouTube.
Wasn't it Sunday?
Saturday the 21st, isn't it? What's the date on Saturday? No, Sunday's the 21st. Yeah, then we're picking her up on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So we might have a problem with open shops.
Oh, yeah, maybe you're right. Actually, I didn't think about that. As long as we can get her sushi, then we're good. I didn't think about that. Norway doesn't like to open their shops on Sunday unless it is December.
Yeah.
Why is that? You guys are so difficult.
No, it's one of the weird cases where the left and the right on the political spectrum is agreeing on something idiotic. The right, because they are Christian conservatives, generally like Sundays. And the left generally like workers' rights. And I think it is better for the workers not to have to work on Sunday. So the left and the right are basically both agreeing that Sundays are super holy. We should never ever have a shop open on a Sunday. And normal people just have to draw the conclusion that they're both idiots.
Osman says, please come too. Yep, no, we have to go to India too one of these days. That would be so fun. If our boss ever lets leave the country again after we went to France in July last year for a wedding in your family, because normally nobody gets off in July. But I don't think I would, in my right mind, I would ever try to see India in the summer. It's too hot. I would think.
India's near the equator, so I don't know how
I think it's going to be hot all year round, yeah?
I don't know how summer works in India. What is the
He
coolest...
says, please come to India, we'll make wonderful food. Oh, they will.
What is the coolest month in India?
Yeah, what is the
I
coolest
know you
month
have
in India?
monsoon and... So you have hot and dry and hot and wet. Do you have any other seasons?
And Anta says, come to California, I have a guest room and you can pour resin in the studio. Pouring resin would be fun. We've been to California. Well, you haven't been to California. You've only been to Minnesota. We have to teach Karl the ways. Eventually we'll get back to the United States, but we were there just not too long ago. But maybe the next time we go, I have to go back and update my driver's license every 4 years. Or I can do it online, but this year I could not do it online. It's actually easier to just fly there and do it. Stand in line forever at the DMV.
No, I like America. I don't mind going there. It's...
Yeah, but you've only seen one part of America.
Yeah, but the other parts, most of them at least, seem fascinating too. So,
But you have to see, they're a little bit different. Depending where she is in California, I was going to say Northern California is probably not too much different than Northern Minnesota, but except for the dialect, but they have a lot of Norwegian there too. That's a trivia question usually, because I think more Scandinavians emigrated to Northern California than they did to Northern Minnesota. depending on the year, I guess.
I know that the Danish style has an impact on Californian architecture. But that's the Danish. We are not Danish.
Torben says, bring sunscreen, Karl. Yep, there's a new one coming out. Unfortunately, the new one with extra strength or whatever for UVB or something, that'll keep you looking young. Apparently that's going to be available after the summer is done.
Okay.
I've been listening to the news. So it says, to the DMV on New Year's Eve or Christmas Eve, nobody is there. It is easy. Oh, I like this trick. That's probably a good point. Annette says she's 2 hours from San Francisco to the west and 2 hours from Lake Tahoe to the east. I've only been to from, well, pretty much Los Angeles down to the border.
The way that the American DMV is portrayed in the movies is pretty fucking accurate, actually.
Yeah, you've been there. I forgot. Yeah. That's one of the things you got to see.
When we were there to update her driver's license, the woman not in front of her in queue, but like 2 people in front of her in queue, completely lost her shit. It was like,
I forgot
yes,
about
but
that.
you told me to do this. Oh, is my time completely fucking valueless to you people? And they're just going, no, but you have to fill out the form 3B. 3B, I filled it out like, fuck you. I know it's not your fault, but fuck you. She lost her shit so spectacularly.
This was in Minneapolis, by the way.
Aside from the guy who was talking to himself and waving around the big stick in Minneapolis, that's the only American I've seen that kind of was out of sorts, so to speak. Otherwise, they are super polite and nice.
Wine. No, but that was in Minneapolis. But apparently, I didn't get everything what it was. But apparently, her she had to have a note from her eye doctor or something for something to do with a prescription. I have no idea what anyway. But one person said she didn't need it. The other one said she did it. She brought it back. Apparently, it wasn't the right paper. And holy heartburn, Batman! This is starting. I don't know if it was the wine or the. I just suddenly got heartburn. It's probably the tikka masala. I don't know if we can handle Indian food. I'm dying over here. And what do I do to finish it up? I got wine and I got some tea because I have Osmond's cup with me just in case, because we got chocolate over there and I can't have chocolate without tea or coffee. But none of these are going to help heartburn. Why am I not surprised, Sandy? Oh, what did Sandy do? Sandy said, I went off on the situation like that and on padded room needed a level before laugh out loud. Now that woman probably needed a padded room. I don't know. Apparently it was her third trip back and she was, you know, you guys got to get your shit together. But I have to say the Duluth DMV wasn't quite that bad. But it's been a while since I've been to the ones in, well, there's a couple of them in Duluth. There's a West Duluth and East Duluth branch. Duluth is 40 miles long.
Yeah, this was the one in Minneapolis when we went out of your brother's car and I was drinking this...
Hennepin County.
Iced coffee, chocolate milk combo thing in a bottle.
Hennepin, sorry. Yeah.
And I've been sitting in this car checking back and forth, and as soon as I get out of the car, I open the bottle and try to drink it. But the opening on the bottle is like this big, so as soon as I lift it up to my lips, I just kind of sploosh iced coffee, chocolate milk mixture thingy all over my face.
Luckily, my little brother has paper towels in his car because he has kids. Because you needed him. It looked like you had way too much fun in the car.
I don't know if he was making the joke or if he was actually confused, but he looks at me and goes, "Don't I have bottles in Norway?"
Holy beer. But the color of iced coffee is kind of a creamy brown whitish color.
Yeah.
And you have these drops all down your pants. It didn't look good. I think we probably fit right in at the DMV in Minneapolis. In Hennepin County. One of the biggest, big county, most populated counties in Minnesota. By the way. You're supposed to drink pickle juice for heartburn. Oh dear Lord, no. I don't like pickles. Don't make me do it. Sandy forgot I know you, she said. Oh, I'm SIP, sweet and innocent and pure. Yeah, nobody on this YouTube channel is sweet and innocent and pure. I know you guys too well. Not for kids and all that. Oh, and then it says, and obviously I will cook for you. I have a microwave for Carl too. Oh, we want to travel some more. It'll be a little while, but PJ says, I'm talking about Doctor Who, of course, so we have to flip up and see. She says, I'm writing my own Christmas special. I can do better than RTD any day of the week. Laugh out loud. I'm talking about Doctor Who, of course. And she says, Osman said, by the way, always welcome, and we live in Nightingale. I don't know if I've said that right. You search, and it's a beautiful, cold place. Oh, it's a beautifully cold place. We like that. We're from Norway. We can't handle anything above 20 Celsius. Let's see here more. So this is going to work. See you all next time. See you. I'm glad you made it in time for the Stitch of the Month. Laugh out loud. The NFL, we're all fun. Laugh out loud. The NFL is why we're all the NFK. I'm saying NFK stupid autocorrect. Yeah. And then I was just going in to be a huge football fan. National Football League. No, not for kids is why we're all here. Yeah. My guest room says Annetta is cocktail themed. It's like it was made for you. Fight. We want to go. We've already hit, it feels like, temperatures of 106 degrees. Holy crap. That's hot. If you think of it's hot. Okay, what is 106 to we'd be dying. 106 F to C. Well, it's definitely a fever. 41 degrees. That's too hot. Holy crap. And it's June now. So, how was your day today, by the way, Carl?
No, it was fine. I had long periods of inactivity, but it was fine. I had some really good conversation with some lovely people, to use that term.
They're only lovely people in our village. We blame Angela, the British. Because she's always, did you meet this couple? They were just lovely. I don't think I think they're the only kind of people that are lovely.
Every time I see somebody, I now have a kind of like a special mission when I'm not when I'm not guiding. I'm mostly kind of answering questions and trying to get into conversations with people. But since people don't know that, I'm just another strange Viking. So they don't really feel an enormous need to go and ask me random facts about the Viking Age.
Carla really wants the cheese.
So what I do to start conversations is that I'm just sitting on a bench stroking my Atgar. And if somebody
you want to tell them what your Atgar is? Because they're wondering what you're stroking. It's a weapon.
Most of them have seen it. It's a spear with an unusually big head. And if somebody says, that's a spear with an unusually big head, then I have an opening to start a conversation. And then I talk to them about the Atgar and all sorts of other stuff.
Yeah.
But I need more things I can sit and fondle so that I can start conversations. My Atgar works fine, because if I hold almost anything else, I've either already heard about it on the guided tour, or it isn't interesting enough for them to start a talk. I have been considering fondling the images of the gods, but that would also look a little bit weird. Particularly Frey would look weird.
Now I know what it's like for you to sit silently while I talk about needle binding. Take it from the back, go under the X, and give it a little twist. Annette gets it. She said, Sandy says I'm cackling so loud I scared my cat. Cat? It's Freudian. Anyway, then Annette says a spear with an unusually big head. Not for kids!
Of course not.
He's particularly proud of his spear. He wants to sit there and polish objects in front of the... polish his weapons in front of the tourists.
Do you have any idea when I sat down here and you were still talking about needle binding and how you wanted this particular structure to be both dense and loose?
You're sitting in the back going...
Damson Lewis would be the perfect woman when I was a teenager.
What if I give it a little more twist then? So you have to really stretch that shit out.
I shouldn't be doing any kind of stretching.
Not for kids. Amaro says, they're here. See you next week. See you, man. Or she's waiting for her relatives. Sandy says, stroking his big-headed weapon for attention. You get it. See, they get it. Hi, Carla. I did process some of the wool for the sheep today. We'll play with that when we get the food out of the way. Jode is here. She says, it sounds like Karl is polishing his spear. That's a new one, by the way. Hi. And it looks like it's translated, so... we've got translated from Norwegian. Hørtes helt rett ut at Karl polerer spydet sitt. It sounds completely correct that Karl is polishing his spear. So,
okay, it's human food, but maybe.
You're giving her cheese?
Yeah.
You're picking up her shit. Oh, see, there she is. Going nuts.
Yeah, no,
she really want the cheese that bad?
She would eat enriched uranium if I told her it was human food.
This is true. Here, you can let her lick the tray of the tikka masala. Did she do that too?
Most likely, yes.
Bring on the heartburn. I think it was the wine, actually, that was like the wine with the tikka masala. There you go. Let her see how she does.
Okay.
Wait, no.
You want
she
to
can
do
have it
it
right
up
here.
here? Come on.
YouTube needs to witness the damage we do to this cat.
This might actually be too spicy for her, but...
Yeah, she's actually not killing for it. No, she's not happy with that. Bring on the cheese. No, you can put it on the floor, though. I can't imagine she'd want to eat that, but...
Probably. She'll probably lick...
Rudy Spee says, are you polishing your spear with Vaseline?
No, but I have to polish my knob, and then I'll probably use Vaseline. I told you about this today.
He did tell me. He goes up to me. He says, I need to polish my knob. The knob was the... You didn't bring it home, though, either, so nobody knows. Do you want to know what Karl's knob looks like? I will show you Karl's knob. This sounds so bad. It's the Rockabilly Odin, I think it is. Figurine that we put on the end of a staff because it's hollow in the middle. It looks like it belongs on a staff.
It's either the head of a staff or a shot glass. I think it's the head of a staff.
Let's see. Yeah, that's what they were thinking too. But I gotta find him. Let's see. What page would he be on? But actually, when we were filming in the village last year, there you were sitting there sudsing the crap out of the thing. I was losing my crap. I was losing my shit watching you polish this thing, getting super excited. Torvin was like really rich that day too, so you gotta read chat if you ever find that episode. Oh, there it is. The bird human. Okay.
Bird human?
That's what they're calling it.
Oh, no, this one has both eyes.
Yeah, this one has both eyes, yeah. So there was the first ones that they made was missing an eye because I think on the find it doesn't actually show the other eye. So it's this one, which is God figure bird human from Glasbacke, Fauros, a district in Holland, not Holland, but Holland, Halland, 800 to 700 BC, made of brass with a height of approximate 10 centimeters. And if we go with the additional information, the origin is Sweden. No, that just says. The hollow socket was found in Glasbacke, Ljungby parish in Holland, so Sweden. The figure is a combination of human and bird with bird-like eyes, mouth, and chin, while the forehead is shaped like a bird's beak. It may have been attached to a processional staff, but the original one, oh, here we got another picture. The original one that they made had just, there's the original. There you go. So this goes in that what is that category. But it's hard to tell if it has both eyes or if there's an eye that's been carved out, because you can see one of those eyes is missing. That one is a little different than the other. So this is their recreation of it, our supplier. Now it has two eyes, but in the first set that they made, knock the cat down. The first set that they made had a sunburst. Karl is definitely enjoying whatever burst of energy you gave her and giving Fuzzy a run for his life. There's even some hissing going on. Anyway, but one of those eyes looked like a starburst sun kind of a thing. And so we kind of depicted it as missing one eye. But then they started producing them with 2 eyes. So actually the supplier did make us another set of 1 eye from the old molds. So we could have some more of those because Karl's kind of made these into quite of a thing. Is that Loki in his Falcon suit? I think so. I think that could be. So, but they called it Bird Human from Glossbacher. But we have no idea what that is. But because it's hollow, it looks like it fits on the tip of a spear or a tip of a staff. So Karl made a staff with it, decorated with some leather straps and jingly bells. So you literally put bells and whistles on that sucker to decorate with. Probably a rather special plug, says Joan. I like that one. You're in the right audience now. Well, we did notice that it was kind of tipped on one end, so you've got this little point here. So when Karl says he's got to polish his knob, that's what he's referring to. This is his knob, made to his knob. But do you have any idea what that could be, though? The original, actually, since we're kind of going into that game eventually. The original. I mean, if you didn't zoom in, you wouldn't be able to see that one of those eyes is a little bit different. But it doesn't have the starburst eye kind of thing.
But most notably, it doesn't have the noticeable... Yeah, okay. Yeah.
It does have the rockabilly hairdo. It's just pointed at you instead of away from you. A little Elvis kind of thing.
I'm not sure about the bird thing. I don't see any...
No, it's the side angles where they're calling it. This is their recreation, but from the side angle, it kind of looks like a bird's beak.
Yeah, yes, but they're not idiots. They understand that the bird's beak is not its hairdo, it's its nose.
So I'm not exactly sure, but anyway, that's what the original... Reverse mullet. Yeah, it is. Party in the front and business in the back.
No, I think it is the head of a staff. I don't think it is a ceremonial staff. I think it's a staff.
Yeah, because we found out if you put that on a staff, because it's hollowed out in the middle, so you can't actually fit it to the top of a rod. But that sucker would hurt if you got whacked with it. That's for sure. The rockabilly part, especially. So anyway, that is the knob Karl needs to polish because ours look like that in the picture. It's oxidized, so it's made to look like it's a little bit more old. But Karl thought his brass should be polished to a shine. She said, that's what I was thinking, Karl. Anyway, so he shines up because we found out when you can almost look like gold when you have that shined. So there was one episode last summer where Karl gets really enthusiastic polishing it and using all kinds of stuff. All right, you were going to town on that cheese, which is good because you need something to soak up your peppermint. I'm going to take the opportunity to open...
That reminds me, I might need more alcohol to soak up the cheese.
You're supposed to... Do you want the wine with the... No, you're going to go with the breath mint. Okay. Let's see if I can catch some more in chat. Sandy says, stroking his beaded head, his big-headed weapon for attention. I gotta get a picture of you in the village next week and doing that. That would be a fun YouTube thumbnail. Karl sitting there at his little station. Would you like to pick a chocolate, or do you want to stick with cheese? You gotta show off your chocolate. What kind are you getting? The one with the crusty...
I think it's a nutty thing. Probably not a
I have the other one.
nougat.
These are from Christina. Christina was writing, by the way. The sheep I made her is in a frame. Actually, I have to look at her. I got a picture from PJ I got to show too. I have to show the picture of the sheep here. We can do that. So you can see what we're talking about. There we go. Zoom. This one is the sheep. That's the one I embroidered. That is the wool that I'm processing from our sheep. I process the wool and then spin it, and then hopefully imperfectly spin it, because the better spinning looks, the sheep looks better if the wool isn't spun perfectly. Anyway, but that's making sheep from the sheep. So I gave her one of these. She gave us a box of chocolate. I thought she needed to take one of these home with her. But that is one there, and she has it framed now and at home. Most people don't have room in their luggage, so I have them outside of a frame as well. Otherwise, I just use some recycled frame so somebody can take it out without guilt. She says, I love the ram. What were the names of the breeds of your rams and rooster? The shepherds in my guild will ask. And it's the sheep, if you didn't know, are Norwegian spælsow. Old Norwegian short-tailed landrace is the English name of it. And I like that you want to know what the new Norwegian, the young Norwegian sea race would look like. Long-tailed sea race. Old Norwegian short-tailed landrace or Norwegian spælsow. And the chickens, we have our Icelandic chickens. I don't think there's any special name for those.
I think the special name is Icelandic chickens.
Yeah, I think that is their name. Okay, I have to try this one. That chocolate. But that was Christina's family that brought us the chocolate. It's all bumpy. Yum! The chocolate is very sweet. So that's why I have to have tea or coffee in my Osmond cup. We ordered more of these today, by the way. We got about 50 new ones or so. I forget, but I have
cups or chocolates?
Osmond cups, because they look like the ones that we have in the shop that are earthenware that are made on a fire pit, literally. But they're super expensive, and you can't put them in a dishwasher, and you can't put them in the microwave. But he's made a replica for us. That's the giveaway, is the white bottom. That look very similar to those ones anyway, but they are microwavable, and they are able to go in the dishwasher, and they're much more affordable and passable for the Vikings. We've been using these all winter. Really good. Okay, I have to show you some photos here, because I was telling them earlier they could send a photo on Messenger if they want to share. There we go. PJ says, I sent you a picture of the cat I've been drawing this week. It's not finished yet, but it's more finished than the one I saw before. So I have to show you what this looks like.
So it's not finished yet. It's Swedish, but moving north?
Maybe. By the way, does the bird have its own eyes? On the bird man.
If there are eyes up here, you mean?
Yeah, no, there wasn't.
No, not on
It was
the
just smooth, I
pictures
think.
we saw.
Yeah. No, I don't think it does on yours either, but maybe that would have been a reason.
If it did, that would be an indication that it is... because they are talking about particularly Odin, Freya and Loki occasionally shapeshifts into birds. But they are talking about a physical object and I used to such a shapeshift. So, haukaham or hawk.
Comb.
No,
You're talking about the comb on the top.
It's not a comb. It's a hum. It means something like costume. So, I have to have my hawk shape. I don't have my hawk shape, so I will borrow Freya's hawk shape to shapeshift into a hawk and go and do this thing. That is something that actually happens in the sagas, so it's clearly an object. I always imagine it's like a skin or a dress that you just put on, and then you are a hawk or an eagle or a wolf or a smurf or whatever.
There are a lot of cultures that have something like that for ceremonial. Okay, eating food like mad and talking with food in my mouth. There we go. There's the cat. It's gotten a lot more done, but you did that in pencil? I remember she was saying she thought that the one ear was uneven size, but she's fixed it apparently if she did, because I don't notice it. I see that it's a perspective thing too, with the way the cat is tilting their head.
No, but when you look at the fuckers, they are not actually symmetrical.
This might not be a bad cat. This could be a good cat.
Yeah, as opposed to this.
Yeah, that one's a monster. Our cats. No, this one's really pretty. And look at the lighting in the eyes and such. This is absolutely amazing. Did you do all this with pencil, though? Holy crap. And you can even see look at the eyes. You can see the soul in that sucker. You can almost see your reflection in it, too. You beheaded it, says Torben. Okay, well, Torben's a tough crowd. What can I say? The cat might need a body. Right now, it's kind of floating like the Cheshire Cat. The Cheshire Cat in Alice in Wonderland. Look at the little mouth and the nose. It looks so good. Almost looks like there's a bird. It's staring at a bird, a crow. Yeah, the eyes are just insane. I mean, that is the key to the whole thing. You get the eyes, you nail everything, but the eyes are just wonderful. So I can't wait to see what this looks like when it's done. Laugh out loud, PJ. Torben the cat gets a neck tonight. It's absolutely amazing, though. It looks so cool. Look at all the love in the chat you're getting, though, PJ, by the way. Well deserved. Holy crap. Oh, wow, that is unreal. There's some hearts and eyes from Heidi as well. Yeah, this is absolutely amazing. You're going to have to keep us updated on how this one goes. She says it's pastel pencils on the wrong kind of paper. Yeah, but who are they to decide what kind of paper you use? Because whatever you're doing, it's working really well for you, I think. There we go. I have to turn it this way a bit more. But absolutely stunning. I might have had a little bit of wine. The picture in the message of things with ties. Oh, that's from Outer, too. I got another picture from her, too. I'll show. Torben says, and this is earlier on, when the man drinks booze, anything can happen. And it says, don't put that mug or a marshmallow in the microwave, just saying big mess. Yeah. We found that out when we were kids. We used to microwave marshmallows. It would be so fun, but those things like explode. They get bigger and bigger and bigger, like 110 times their size at least anyway. But that's how you make marshmallow fluff. Okay. Let's see. Put it down here. Carla was like super quiet all week, and then all of a sudden now she decides to be very vocal. Yeah, we might need your plug. Your cord is a little longer.
Carla, come.
We have to plug in because I was low on time today. We got 2 big deliveries. We got I was off the last 2 days, so we got 2 big deliveries. We got the delivery from Osmond today, which I've been processing almost all day. We're still kind of going through it, but then I also got another one. It's a bit more touristy, the items they have, but they have things like a Viking ship, Viking boat. So not brass, actually. This new one was bronze, and it weighs like a flippin' ton. But everything little, and everybody wants Viking ships anyway, so we have those 2. They arrived today. Let's see. Torben, Audra sent a photo as well, I think. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Oh, I didn't see these yet. These were sent on Wednesday, actually. She says, wanted to know, what is it? You don't have this outfit in your wardrobe. But earlier times it was completely underestimated, or overworldly, underestimated, or
No.
how would you translate that?
Absolutely necessary.
Absolutely necessary. That's a better word. Yep. It functioned as I know what these are, I think, actually. Yeah, it functioned as rain covering, or broeder, which is crampons on the bottom of a shoe, or ski shoes in one. The needle binding toe hoods, I think a toe hat, was put on the outside of your shoe in the wintertime. There's actually a video of this, of a lady making these with goat hair and Nalbinding them anyway. One of these museum ones, the way that she made them, and they were different. They were different with some like regular straps. But she says the uneven wool overcoat is great to have on the bottom of your foot, and also as a ski binding, or when a ski binding, because it blir spent over bristen, som den ble på gammelt reski. It would be spent over bristen.
Over.
Yeah, over the top of your foot. Yeah, okay. Like it would be on old wooden skis. The shoe covering could be formed in a couple of different ways, and the different lokale benevelser, local benevelser, what did you call it? Anyway, som to hittar to laber lådor och lampor. That's a lot of
local terminology.
That's a lot of local terminology. Yeah, okay, that'd be better to say it like that one. They were used in many places in Norway from the mid 19th century. Sorry, but in Norway, when you say 1900-tallet, you mean 1900 to 2000.
Yeah, but 19th century is 1800s.
Yeah, so when you say 1900-tallet, are you referring to 1800s?
No, you're referring to numbers that start with 19.
That's what I thought. Yeah, the way Norwegians, because if we translate it to 19th century, we're technically referring to the 1800s.
Then you are wrong by 100 years.
Yeah, exactly.
You probably shouldn't be.
So when Norwegians say 1900, they're talking about 1900 to 2000. De rakk gjerne opp helt til risten. Skimremner eller snorer holdt dem på plass. Paret på bildet fra Halse i Midt-Norge. De var i bruk under utarbeidet i 13... Okay, so these are from Halse in Mid-Norway. And they were used as outdoor shoes or until the 1930s. Okay, let's see. We unplug this a second so I can reach it. That was my horrible direct translating. But these ones, I haven't seen these with leather before. But these are what I'm talking about. So if you want to play with what in the world is that. But these are Nalbound, and these, it almost looks like it's in Dalby stitch, actually. Or Telemark. It could be either one. Telemark would be better than Dalby for this because Telemark has a little bit of a rough edge to it. The plated edge one, but it's kind of hard to see what the stitch is. Anyway, but it looks like a flatter stitch, which would be like Telemark or a Russian stitch of some sort.
Flat earth stitch?
A flatter stitch, not a flat earth stitch. But anyway, but these ones have, okay, so basically this fits over the toe of your foot, and then these strap on the back of your, to keep it on your, and the back of your ankle anyway. For cone-headed people, it's definitely for cone-headed people. You're right, PJ. This would be the military helmets that they used in Norway because our Nalbinding is tough as nails and will keep bullets out of your head. Karl is not buying it. Okay. No, it's for the feet, yeah. So you put your foot in there, and then you strap that around the back side of your ankle, or the back of your heel. But because, yeah, it does, as they were talking about, act as like an anti-slip, so you don't fall on your ass on the ice. There was one day in the winter, it was so icy, I'm trying to walk down the hill that I literally took off my shoes and walked in my wool socks down because it was actually gripped the ice a little bit better than my shoes did. Vikings, says Nolvia. Hey, Nolvia. But anyway, yeah, I did see a video where there's this lady making this from a museum. It's black and white. It gets posted every once in a while in the needle binding groups. And she literally cards the wool and spins it right in front of you as she's making it for this. And then she starts to make these out of it. But then she'll also make a cord out of the yarn as well. Just doing a chain anyway, and then having those through and tied around. But every once, if I knew where that video was, I'd show it immediately. But it should be somewhere searchable. But it's really quite a cool thing. These, I wouldn't have any issue using them in the Viking Age. We do not have any finds from them in the Viking Age, but we know Nalbinding existed in the Viking Age, and these I would have absolutely no problem with. And in the Viking village, it is super icy at certain times of year. But it also can be very wet ice, too, in which case these things would be soaking wet in no time flat. And then she had another picture. Oh, what did she make here? I have to look at the picture. There's Audra. Smile, Audra. She's got something in those bags. So I have to read what goes with it. But we'll put this back on plug-in while I do that. Staring at Karl's lap again, and the cat. Sorry, there you go. You can look at the cat. The little pain in the ass cat. And then charge the phone again. Okay. I like the picture of you, Audra.
Aside from maybe 20 minutes every night right after I go to bed, I generally like this guy. But in those 20 minutes, he makes me dislike him so much. Because
Pangilly Patty's here.
this fucker has long fur. And my American girlfriend here can't stand having him in her face.
No, I'm actually allergic to cats.
And she is sleeping on this side of me. So I try to get him to sleep on this side of me. Which is impossible. I have to wrestle him for 20 minutes to get him to calm down. And when he calms down, he decides that, okay, this is okay, but it's not interesting enough. I have to push the limits a little bit to see if I can get launched. And his two favorite things to do is one, licking my mustache about hair,
It would help if you wash your mustache before you go to bed.
And 2, putting his paws very gently on my chest, and then when I am getting comfortable with having him there, he goes, poke, poke, poke. And it's always just one claw, and it goes to the bone. He's kind of a dick.
Let's see. Yeah, no. So if Pengilly's Patty's here, then we gotta be a little bit watching our language because we don't want my mom to know that word. No.
What now?
Pengilly Patty's here. Patty from Pengilly. Anyway, she was also here for a needle binding course at one point, or a little needle binding tasting course.
That's your mother's friend.
That's my mom's friend. They're from the same knit group or quilt group. I don't remember which, but. So if we're behaved badly, not like my mom couldn't log in and watch it herself at some point, but it might get back to her.
So you don't want your mother to know that you're a flamboyant
Well, it's the first thing I found. Okay, so we're going to do this like needle binding thing anyway. And my mom was super excited. She said, oh, some friends of mine are coming to Gudvangen and they're going to be doing a needle binding. They're going to learn about needle binding there. And I thought, well, it just so happens to be on that date I also am holding a needle binding thing. So it was quite fun anyway. So the first thing I had to say to the group, all right, which one of you are from Pengilly? Don't tell my mom anything.
It's probably easier not to care about this kind of thing.
No, I don't. It's funny. My mom knows I'm twisted anyway. I get it from her. So this is my next chocolate, by the way. And does it look like sugar crystals?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but touch it and taste it because I had one on my finger and I licked it on. It's not.
You want me to eat this thing?
I want a bite and then you can have the rest. Because there's only one. Oh, that's going to be amazing. You got to eat the whole thing, though. Don't just take a half bite. It's clearly caramel in there. But that's not sugar.
No, that's salt.
That's salt. I wasn't expecting that. That's why I was like, oh, you're going to taste this. But there was only one. But salted caramel, that's a good mix when you have it together. But I just wanted one bite to see what it was, and it was. Was it good? I got a good chunk of salt in my mouth, but when you have the whole bite, that one I would definitely not do a half bite. I was just so curious. That was a good one. I just said, wow, that is unreal. What am I missing? Okay. Picture in message with the ties. What do you think that is, by the way? Let's see. Oh, I'm a little bit too further back. Going forward, Torben says, tiptoeing out of the children's bedroom, kick door frame with Pinky, loudly pledging my fealty to Hades and hell, among other dark gods, read book again. He's trying to put the kids to sleep. You want to tell them who Hades and hell is?
They know.
Yeah, they know. Okay.
They're not retards. I hope not, at least.
Well, they're both not Viking, though. One is.
Hades doesn't have anything to do with Vikings, but it's such a common term that everybody knows what it is.
Audrey says, for me, those hats, they look like hats for twins. They kind of do, actually. Hi, mom's friend. What are you wearing, says Torben. I'm telling my mom on you, Torben. How's that book going, Torben? I didn't know if you want to pick another chocolate. I'll have one in a minute, but I have to sip some tea in between. But yeah, if you bump that cord one more time, you're gonna have to go and get a longer cord. But eat up the rest of the cheese. I had all that tikka masala, so I'm good. And I want more room for chocolate. Christina's here. She says, hey, glad you enjoyed the chocolates. We need to get a box for ourselves soon. Yeah, this one's mine. You can't have it. Should have left it behind. Oh, it's really good. I'm actually impressed that I didn't eat the rest of the box during the week. I did manage to save it. So the oh, we got this one that looks like a kidney. We have to have that one. Not. That was good. Cashew. It's a cashew. And it says, I just sent you a bunch of pictures in Messenger. So I'll have to check those out in a minute. Pictures of the art studio mushrooms, Alice in Wonderland, Magnus, and the guest room. Let's see. Okay.
That sounds like a coded message of some sort.
Well, she wants your body in
Alice
her guest room.
in Wonderland. Magnus in the bedroom.
She's selling the destination. Okay. Let's see, we go to Annette here. I got some Torben pictures too. Oh, I have to reload because my computer is full, so I have to reload the messages. There we go.
Oh, Torben, are you familiar with Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader? And for some reason, I probably had a lot of money at some point last year. So I bought a season pass. So I just got for free the DLC for the, what's his name? Tarquin the Infinite? Something the Infinite. The Necron guy who basically collects everything in the galaxy and puts it in his museum. So that's no part of the game. So if you want to play...
no, what is this Rogue Trader? Was that in Reclaim to you, or is that must be for a picture?
That's probably in a reply to me, but I'm just specifically talking to Torben, probably also Adrian and...
yeah, Adrian, yeah.
What's his face?
Albert.
Yeah.
What's his face? He's in the chat. He's at Hummer Viking Festival, or Medieval Festival right now.
But
watching.
there is at least one more, right?
There's a whole bunch of secret Warhammer fans out there.
Yep. There are Necrons in Rogue Trader now.
Okay, I'm showing pictures while we're munching. I'll let Karl cut his cheese first. Don't cut the cheese! You know that line? Only in the United States?
It's some kind of American euphemism for farting.
Yes, it's exactly what it is. Who cut the cheese?
Normally, I can understand where the euphemism comes from. This one, I'm drawing a complete blank.
Maybe it's the Swedish cheese.
That would explain it, because the cheese have the Swedish have a tendency to over-ferment shit. Like your goddamn surströmming, you complete psychopaths.
How many of those Mintu things did you drink?
3?
That explains it. He's starting to slur. Watch it back. He's a nice boy. Okay, well, unplug for a second and I'll show you more screen. Annetta's got some pictures here.
Take a smoke break.
Oh my God, he's gonna fall over. Don't trip over the mess you made on the floor over there. Look next to the spray bottle. You left a wet mess over there. It's like you decided when you picked up the cat poop that it needed to be saturated and rehydrated. And then don't step in it.
Yes, you have run out of toilet paper on this floor. You have to go to the top floor.
If only somebody was just up on the top floor with the toilet paper and didn't bring any down.
Yeah, that would be great.
Don't step in it. Karl stepped in cat poop yesterday and spread it all over the place, and we're still cleaning it up. New surprises. Okay, anyway, this is Annetta's studio. It's so pretty. I like the colors. But it's so well organized, too. My table is a mess. Clean your vent! It's Torben. Don't judge the studio. I thrive in creative colors. No, I love the colors. I think it's fun. I think it's very creative. I'm trying to do something similar behind me here, but it's not working out very well. Up on the wall, I have to refill them. This is actually like a mohair type yarn. Anyway, that I kind of had to recondition because it's been sitting in the textile house for probably 6 years. Because thinking I couldn't needlebind with it, but then I found out later I can needlebind with it. It's very fine. Don't make any mistakes because it'll get stuck. But anyway, so that's what I've reconditioned it now. I basically had to wrap it in loose, big, long skeins and let it soak in water for the longest time, and then let it re-soak in water for the longest time to get any impurities out of it from sitting in dust and whatever, and then hanging it to dry. So there you go. Ta-da! Can't see what to make with it. Okay, but anyway, I think I'm going to make a scarf out of one of them. See, that's my couch mess because it was all in this space. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's that picture. Was the studio? Yes, no. So colors I'm very fond of. I think that is great. Then we have drinking rum before 10 a.m. makes you a pirate, not an alcoholic. I'm so telling Karl that one when he gets back. Words to live by. Oh, the mushrooms! Look how cool! That looks. I like these little mushrooms too. I like you're hanging there too with the eucalyptus. You got decoration in your house. If I have decoration in my house, it's because I left something on the counter for too long. But I love those mushrooms. They look so cool. We have to zoom a little bit. These are resin, yeah? You were saying. Mushrooms, oink, says Roger. What happens on YouTube stays in front of everybody. Down the rabbit hole. These were the resin ones you were making from old books. Which I thought was really cool too. These are the magnets. And then you also do bookmarks made out of these as well. Here she's got, oh, the guest room! I gotta show Karl when he comes back. We can fit cats under there. Oh, we don't have, cats can't go traveling. Very pretty. Extra dirty, please. She wasn't kidding when she said they had a margarita themed. See, I'll hold this still here. There, I can use my other hand now. No, more margarita themed. Happy hour news. That's my kind of thing. Do they have any fun? We could be sitting here for hours trying to read these things. Whoop. There we go. Sorry, I think I lost my gimbal here. Cocktail themed. Let's see. Carla's making noise. Let me flip this thing again. There, now it's fixed. Okay, it's because I'm tilting my gimbal forward. It doesn't like it when I do that. Annette, you are going to be bombarded with house guest requests. Yeah, you definitely are. They're all going to want to stay in the margarita themed room, the cocktail themed room. Don't worry, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Israel, Australia, California, Tibet, Paris. I've been in Norway too long. I start calling it Paris. Paris. Let's see. Am I going the wrong way? Oh, I'm just not on the window anymore. Oh, that was the Alice in Wonderland. I'm going in I'm in a weird order here. When we saw, am I going the wrong way? Yes, I am. Yeah, no, we saw that. Let's see, I saw that one. Maybe I did get them all. Yeah, I think I did. And these ones won for previous. Those are the Christmas tree ornaments that she makes as well, which is such a cute use. Okay, then I will show Karl some of those when he gets back. If he can find his way back into the house, that might be tricky. Then there's Torben. He says, I think I overdid the food. No, what was this rogue trader, by the way? Oh, and he says he thinks he overdid the food, by the way. Notice he's got the Bombay Sapphire gin. This is something Karl's father absolutely loved, so we found lots of those blue bottles. We have to do something cool with it. The overripe banana. The Bailey's, which looks backwards and upside down. How did you manage to put the label on upside down? And coffee. Bailey's and coffee is one of my favorite things. Let's see, what else did Torben have on here? He had some more pictures, I think, from earlier. Yeah, the progress ones. This week's project. So if you remember what he was working on last week, I think he's done now, actually. Oh, look at that. Let's see if I can maybe zoom so you can see it more in detail. There you go. Now you can see it a little bit better. I have that bottle in my bathroom with my bubble bath. Are you talking about the Baileys or the the sapphire one? Yeah. Well, that blue is right up your alley with the studio colors too. Albert's going to send loot pictures. Okay. What is this? Is this a cape or a wing that goes on the Warhammer? By the way, maybe we find out more in the next picture, not in that picture, obviously. Is it going to go on him? Let's see. It's a cloak. Yeah, it is. Okay, so does this guy get to be the one who wears it? With the razor blade weapon? And the crotch decoration? Okay. Oh, wait, I'll zoom. Oh, yeah, look at his kid. He's so good at this. He's very focused. My kids are like 17 now, and they couldn't be that focused painting one of these things. But it looks really cool. Oh, yeah, and there's the dice. Speaking of... Oh, you sent Annette sent a picture of the bubble bath bottle. We'll have to take a look. So, Torben, I have been thinking about your dice bag request, saying he needs a dice bag. We'll trade for a bottle of Hardanger apple juice. I found the most Necron-looking color I could find in my stash. This is your pouch I'm working on. It's in a needle tensioned also, so it looks very tight. So I wanted to be able to not stretch holes in it too much because of dice. So there you go. Hopefully all those dice will fit. It's going to be a little bit bigger, but it'll probably, when it's closed, be about that size, but up to here. So what do you think? It's got more green on it, this yarn. I think it's pretty much almost all green left. I don't know if it goes into another color, so I suspect this was the leftover of an older yarn in the same type of yarn, different colorway that I might have wrapped around the skein, because at some point it changed to green here, and then it's this kind of a dark green, light green. Cool greens, do it now. Okay, it's working for him. He's gonna like it. Okay, so this will do. I was gonna say I could line it because Nalbinding stretches this way. I could line it so that it doesn't outstretch the bag, but I think it might be dense enough. But if you're gonna like put enough dice in here to choke a horse, then we might need to line it so it doesn't start looking like a really tired ball sack, which was what happened to the other dice bag I made that didn't have a lining. But this is much, much thicker than the last dice bag I made, so there you go. Okay, he approves it. It's Necron color, kind of. All right, Karl, sit down. You got some more stuff to see here.
Yes, I came in just in time to hear you talk about tired ball sacks.
Tired ball sacks, yep, no, it's a thing.
I hope this is your accent.
Okay, so if I can hold this one here, let's see. I have to plug in again soon because it's yelling at me for low battery. Torben sent, there, did you ever see the kid concentration? I told him, look how cute. The force is strong with this one, he says.
Oh, yeah.
He's really good. Look at him. I mean, my kid couldn't even hold a brush that that skinny at his age. And there was his project. Did you see this one?
Okay.
You can see the base now that he's on. And then there was this one as well. Let's see if I zoom in a bit. You can see. And look at all the little runes on there too, up in the top. And then this one was the cape. We were wondering, we're looking at it. It's a cloak for one of the figures. It's quite cool. Look at the little bugs on there. I like the bugs. Okay, then I have to show you. Oh yeah, and that's I was wondering why his Bailey's bottle, the label was on upside down. That is not the magic of camera. But notice the Bombay Sapphire Gin. Your father would be so pleased. Yep. Okay, and we'll do a couple more here before... oh, Annette said... Yeah, Annette sent pictures of the cocktail-themed room. And the resin of the mushrooms we saw. Yeah, there's one. Drinking rum before 10 a.m. makes you a pirate, not an alcoholic. That's okay. That sounds about right. Then there was the mushrooms, the resin mushrooms. Those were looking really cool. Then the Alice in Wonderland rabbit down the rabbit hole. But all the magnets she makes their own books. Oops, my gimbal's starting to flip again. There's the guest room. We've decided everybody's going to be booking a room at cocktail hour. There you go. Extra dirty, please. That's always a good picture to have in a bedroom. The happy hour news with a cocktail. Don't worry, it's 5 o'clock somewhere with 5 clocks to remind you that it's got to be 5 o'clock somewhere. And oh, there was the Bombay one. She turned it into a soap thing. That's the resin top that you made. I think one of the wine toppers she makes. So there you go, Karl. And just so that she's flirting with you because she wants you in her bedroom. No, don't worry. She wants you in her extra bedroom. I noticed you've refilled the Mintu glass.
Yeah, no. Drinking Mintu at any time of day doesn't make you an alcoholic. It just makes you finish.
I see what you did there. Careful you don't pull it out. I see you've got the cat too. Didn't take him long to find you.
Well, of course it didn't.
So if my kid is watching, one of them anyway, there's her cat. Karl is still pacing back and forth.
FSC is using the opportunity to get some attention when Carla is more concerned about running around and screaming. Mm-hmm. So...
Albert's going to send some pictures in a bit, too, of his collection here. I have to get back to chat so I can see chat.
Yeah, and he did again.
Huh?
I can see the... And he did again.
Oh, his hand, yep, then he's sending him. Okay, because I'm going to let the phone recharge a little bit, and then I'll take it over so we can see. I have to catch up on chat. She says that's a studio bathroom. Albert said he just got back home, so that's why he was looking for some pictures. And then Sandy's quite right. Annette, you're going to be bombarded with house guest requests. Everyone wants to book the cocktail lounge.
No, I'm not actually Finnish. I'm Norwegian. I'm just trying to drink myself Finnish.
To stick with the cherry wine. You know what? That'd probably be really good with the chocolate. You need to pick another piece of chocolate.
No, 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 no.
No? Why? You're afraid it's gonna ruin your high?
It's weirdly enough, and it makes no sense to me either, but this works perfectly with salted crackers and cheese. The chocolate makes the salted crackers and this taste badly. So I'm staying away from the chocolate.
You don't have the chocolate salt. You could have a nice little innocent one with 2 little lines on it.
The American is going to eat the chocolate, and I'm going to eat the crackers and drink the Finnish.
I'm gonna have this one with the 2 innocent lines on it. I did notice it melts in my hand quite quickly though, so I gotta hold it with the paper.
Yeah, you got a message, something about shelves.
So oh, this is really good. It's like nougat. More for me. Get down, Carla. Okay. Don't care how horny you are, Carla. You cannot climb on the table. Karin and I are making, she's making Viking Christmas ornaments. Ooh, that'll be fun. Annetta with the resin. I was speaking fast. Hopefully she can show us next week. She says she has that bottle and that we saw in her bathroom with the bubble bath. Your father would have loved to have one of those Bombay Sapphire gin bottles.
Yeah, no, he always had one.
Let's see, then I gotta catch up a little bit. Torben says the other one, the one with the I cursed you stand, was the cloak one. Anyway, and then Torben says, bottle? My cider only comes in kegs. And no, that's from that's a Freeman. I have to.
Do we owe Greg cider still, or are you just giving
No,
me
I got him a
apple juice
really
instead?
expensive apple juice. I said you got lucky because he's like, oh, I don't need a cider. You can just get me an apple juice. Greg gave us a ride home today, but because his car was full, he had to go like an extra run. So he drove us home first, and then he went back to get Bruna and Louisa and bring them home too.
But it was at least bear priced, or
It was about beer price. Yeah, I think that thing is like 43 kroner or something. So close
Cheap-
enough anyway. But I went to
cheap
get him
bear
cider.
price. Norwegian
Oh,
standards.
you should not be allowed to drink anymore. He just knocked the mint all over the table. At least it smells like mint.
Yeah, no, it's clearing fluid.
I hope. This is so good. You have no idea how hard it was to stay away from the chocolate for the whole week. So I could... Okay, it was really good. Let's see, Alberta just sent the pictures. He had to find it all. Did you see my sign by the guest bed, by the way, she said. I'm not sure if we saw that one, did we? Oh! It's way in the side of the picture. The B, Gus, just expect. I don't think I can see it in the picture. Or is it the other one, the one with the extra dirty please? Yeah, that one I definitely saw. And my mind went there. Okay. Oh, be our guest, just don't expect much. That's what the sign said. Be our guest, just don't expect much. Let's see, I've got some Freeman chat going. I just need to make sure I don't have to pay attention to that because there's some new Freeman arriving today, but quite late. Let's see, Annette says it has a bar set up on the top of the guest room bookshelf too. It's definitely the happiest place on earth. Laugh out loud. Okay, so when you don't have any guests over, you can go and be a guest in your own room and just drink.
This was California, right?
Oh, okay, I can't have any more chocolate. This is too good. Huh? This is California, yeah. Near San Francisco, I believe. She said Roger and Norway are also in California too, but Huntington Beach, so further south. Albert says we got 2 hats, 1 Viking and 1 medieval, a strap sharpener, and 2 leather 2 cups and turtle brooches. Oh, did you buy stuff at the Hammer Festival? I have to check. And a pin that is not for kids. We like it. Okay, I can't wait to see. Annette said she made the sign. Oh, I didn't know that. That was really quite cool. Both pictures she made. She says, laugh out loud. You don't have to leave the guest room. I sent a picture of the bar setup. Okay. Let's see the bar setup. Oops, I can't balance that too very well. I was trying to balance it on my coffee cup. So Osman's cup also features a computer stand. Oh, and the bubbly one, yeah. Okay, so then we need to show this picture. Let's see, we'll unplug for a few seconds again. Hopefully it won't... My God, it smells like peppermint all over the table. Okay. There was the stand with the bubbly and the 1800 coconut. And she also made the resin top on there too. Oh, she's got everything. The little shaker, the whisk, and the little ice cube pins, everything. She's ready for cocktail hour here. And even the candle looks like a cocktail. I like that. It's a dual purpose bookshelf. Read a book, catch a buzz. I could definitely with a bubbly book. And this was the nightstand table, by the way. Be our guest, just don't expect much. Then we have to find from, let's see if I turn it this way for a second, just so. There we go, find Albert. Okay. Oh, look at all this stuff he got. Okay, this is the one right here it starts with. Things picked up at the, his loot from the Hamar Medieval Festival. Oh, look at the glass. I recognize that one. That one also comes from Scan Glass. We were thinking about, I have to rebalance this onto me. Hang on a second. There we go.
I don't think we ever had that one in the store.
No, we haven't, but I was tempted to get it. But right now we have to reduce our glass storage a little bit, I think, or glass supply a bit before buying some more. But I was thinking about it. It looks like grapes or something. I forget the name of it. There's also a green version, and I think we've had green in the shop once upon a time. It was Liga who remembered it, but Liga was before the pandemic as well when she was in the shop, so she remembers the glass before it started selling out. And the turtle brooches, they look very similar to mine. Did you get these from Jezers? Greg of Pilar Art? That's where I got mine from. Mine look a lot like that, my first ones. Okay, and then he got a nice cup with is it the not so much for kids cup? Yes, it is. All right, we're gonna have to zoom in on this one because who are we to deny our adult? Do you see why it might not be for kids? There's some definite fertility going on in that. Oh, but those, I think I recognize some of those, the brown ceramic ones that some that make those pottery. What was the brown thing? Was it a sheath for scissors? With snobs. Okay, and then you got a straw hat, by the way, which is kind of nice to have, especially in the summer when it's super hot.
The really funny thing is that we already have something called a snobelbagger, so that can't be a snobelbagger.
No, that's not a snobelbagger. Yeah, I know. I see what she means with snubble. The trunks, it's or talons. No, it's a. I can find that one. Hang on.
I'm referring to the other type of snobel hair woman.
Okie dokie. The other kind of snobble. I know what he's talking about. He's talking about that one. Okay, then there was another picture here. The brown thing is the sharpener. Ah, okay. Karl might need one of those, a knife sharpener. You need something that you can have down at the weapon station because you had one tied to your belt. Did you lose that or did you find... No, a kid found it, I think.
Yeah, no.
Look at the pin.
I have it, but it's up here and I don't have a way to attach it, so I'm not bringing it down there.
This pin reminds me of medieval paintings. You remember the one with the tree on the tree? It was a whole bunch of these on a tree.
Am I reading this wrong? Or
you are definitely seeing not for kids with wings and an eyeball.
I see a winged penis with chicken legs standing on an eyeball.
Yep, that's pretty much what I see there too. It looks like almost like an arrow sticking out of the... No, that is quite perfect.
Does anybody know what the fuck this is supposed to symbolize?
All right, so now we're back to the game, as in what is that strange Viking Age artifact? Although this one very well could be medieval because he was at a medieval festival, and she says, "Yep." Nolvia says, "Is that a winged epine or peen?" Yeah, I think so too. Roger's got a question for Karl. Did the Viking sagas have mention of flying aliens in UFOs like in the Vedas in India? The brown, yeah. You look up that. I will put this back on plug and...
I am pretty sure I don't.
Plug in. Move your arm. Let's see, we're staring at your crotch right now. I'm going to have to charge the gimbal soon, too, here. Nothing got charged on time today. Okay, but I said we were at 15%. Okay, so we can look for that and then, yeah, answer the question.
No, as I say, I'm pretty sure I don't. I don't know of any... Well, there is nothing in the sagas, I'm pretty sure about that. But in the mythology, you have some flying things like Thor's chariot and some other things. But it's not a common theme with them.
No? I found it, by the way. Okay. I was gonna say, I know that glass. So, by the way, if you ever need another one, I can tell you where you can get one, but it won't be the cheapest with us. But we can order it in on our next order, basically. Carla is turning. Okay, I have to unplug. There we go, so I can tilt. That's your glass. It's called. That's why I had grape in the name. Grape beaker, blue. But it just says blue and glass. There's no. I don't have any more information on it. I wish I did.
I've seen it in green.
Yeah, we have a green. There was a green one as well for this page. But there you can see the grape. So not snobbles, but more of a grape thing, though. But anyway, but it's our supplier that got that and probably has a vendor at the festival selling it as well. I can see if I can find the green one here. How's the cheese, Carl? Eat it up.
It's good.
Good boy. Let's see. Yeah, there was a green one as well. Oh, there's the glass too, the other historical one that is not old enough to be Viking age, but we had one on accident for a while and then it took forever to sell, but one person was very happy when they found it because they collected epine-like items. Let's see. There's a lot of pages to go through here. But I will find it. This one has historical glass basically up to the 1700s. So it's a lot to go through. That was a prunted beaker, not quite the same. But I knew they had a green one as well. I just have to get there.
There you are.
No, that's... Oh, yeah, there we are. Okay. Optic blown beaker. Birka is what they're saying this one is. So it would not surprise me if this was also Birka, yours. Because there's the green one. So the green optic blown beaker made after a model from Birka, Sweden, Viking age. The cup has a volume of approximately 50 centiliters and is based on finds from Birka grave BJ 539. During the Viking age, glass cups were imported from both near and far. And this particular cup originates from the Frankish Empire. Fragments of similar glass have been found in Charlemagne's Aachen.
That's his capital.
His capital. Okay, yeah. Approximately 50 centiliters is Viking age, Sweden. So I would think your blue glass is also going to be Birka. It didn't say in their description, but it's an identical glass, just different color. But the other one they called grape beaker, and here they're calling this one an optic blown beaker. Let's see, we gotta get you plugged back in here. Before we have a battery issue. How's your head, Carl? You're looking a little redder. And I'm pretty sure that's not the sun.
I was planning to try to play more Rogue Trader tonight to try to get to the Necron content. But I think I'm not smart enough to do that anymore. We'll see.
Yeah, you're not smart enough anymore?
No, I'm dumb. Well, the more you drink of this, apparently the more Finnish you get.
No, I think he's falling asleep the second he gets off chat, to be honest. Off YouTube.
Well,
He said the glass cost me 500 kroner. Yeah, you got a good deal.
This is very refreshing, so I'm not so sure about that. But
I'm not sure how much that would cost in our shop, but if you got it from somebody from Sweden, for example, then they don't have to deal with the shipping and import costs that we do. I could check just for fun. It's going to be more expensive if it's with us. I didn't find the penis glass, though. I stopped looking after a while.
It's called brännvinspenis.
Okay, so the what do you call strong red?
Hard liquor dick.
Hard liquor dick. Yeah.
Directly translated.
But it's a glass the shape of a penis. Okay, I just want to save the article number on here. And then I can find it, because I'm pretty sure 500 is a good deal. I'm having slow internet issues for some reason.
He's already bought it, right?
He's already bought it, yeah.
Does it matter if it was a good deal or a bad deal?
No, he's definitely got probably a better deal than us, because we have, yeah. Anyways, like I said, shipping and all this other stuff. No, but how much it would have to be if he needed to get a second one. Because sometimes his girlfriend might need one too. They could be matched.
Yeah, but...
At some point in your life, it matters if your dishes match or not. I don't know why. I mean, they function the same.
Have we gotten to that point in our life?
I did, and then I got divorced.
Okay. So now it doesn't matter anymore.
Oh, okay. Okay, now I can find it. Let's see. It's just my internet is slow because I'm standing at the same time. Loading. How do you like sitting at the weapon station polishing your weapons while you eagerly wait for tourists to come and play with you?
Writing is boring, by definition, pretty much. But the alternative is to be on one of the other stations, like extraing and archery. And
I suppose when you've done that enough, it's fun to be on a different station.
yeah, and particularly archery, it's like Legal says. If you look at the Statue of Nord and the South area, where he has these big googly eyes, that's how you feel after 1 hour on archery.
Yeah.
Because the levels of human stupidity is just mind-blowing to me. I think I've seen everything, and then somebody comes up with something completely new and unique that I've never seen before, that just blows my mind. That how on an average day, and this is not an exaggeration, I will see 2 people trying to pull the bow with the arrow next to the string. They don't notch it. They just pull it next to the string and hope that magic is going to get the arrow to follow the string. I have no other explanation for it.
Magic.
I had a very interesting experience with an Indian lady today. She does everything correctly because her husband understood it and did it perfectly right before her. So she does everything correctly. She pulls the bow to the little bit beyond half pull. Then she lets go. The arrow hits. Well, it's not a great shot, but it hits the target. And then she turns to her husband and says, I think that's the most athletic thing I've ever done. And I'm going, okay.
Let's see. I just have to answer a Freeman question a second.
You really don't.
Yeah, this one is on their way to get here, and they didn't know why their bus schedule got changed.
Yeah, but are they retarded? They have a phone, clearly.
Yeah. Okay, anyway. No, I remember reading there were some stations issues, and they were having some issues with the trains in Oslo for some reason. But anyway, the end destination for that one is Oslo. Okie dokie. Let's see. I'm just gonna have to answer basically only the train person.
Hey, buddy, come
on. But anyway. Okay. Jod says, what is the prize for the best cock in show on the hen circuit? This is a good question for you because you've had a lot to drink.
The prize for the best cock in show?
Yep, in the hen circuit. On the hen circuit.
Obviously a hen.
What did you do to that cat?
What else would it be?
Holding it like it's a little baby.
It is a little baby.
I think all the cats have made an appearance now on YouTube today. I see. Albert says, I see it. This we're talking about the winged peen. Albert says, I see it as a flying fuck. That is actually a really good
That's actually pretty good.
I don't give a flying fuck, see? Oh my god, he's drunk. You might have to get Carl one too. Netta says, after I get you drunk, I will force you to play Scrabble. I resined the back of a Scrabble board and attached to a swivel base so that the board can be turned for each player. It's great. I sent pictures. I do have to see this one. A penis, that's the only thing I can't make with resin. Oh, I'm sure with enough time Carl could get one made for you.
What?
You'd like 2 little blobs in it. Yeah, anyway. I don't know. I just wanted to see how sober you were. Okay, so this is the... Let's see, we poked it here. I don't think you should have any more of those. You're on like number 5.5 because you dropped one. There we go. That's the Scrabble. Albert's laughing. And there's the swivel base. You can spin it around, and then she had like a video, but it might take a while to show because I'm streaming at the same time. No, it does. Whee! You can send the pieces flying.
I'm not super familiar with Scrabble, but what's the advantage of spinning it?
Because you can place your tiles anywhere, so sometimes you want to turn it so that you can see the words facing you, the letters facing you instead of away. You start with a word in the middle there, and then you build off of it and build off of it and build off of it, and it might be easier to turn it towards you so you can see the word. Carl's getting, I think he's getting sick watching the spinning. I think he can. I'm gonna have to take, I can't believe you went straight for the Carl, you gotta work tomorrow.
I know.
Jeez.
But most of the time I'm just sitting around waiting for nice people to talk to. Well, I actually have 2 groups tomorrow, so I shouldn't go completely apeshit.
No, but you're gonna eat the tikka masala. You're the one that's on the counter over there when you're done. You're gonna get some food in your system.
By the time I'm eating that, I'm already drunk.
Mr. 1 meal a day you're gonna eat, okay? Let's see. Then I have to catch up a little bit more in chat. I've been wanting that glass for a while, said Albert. Albert, actually, compared to us, you got a really good deal. We would be about 400 kroner more, just so you know. So if you ever need a second one, you either need to find that first seller who might not have realized the prices in Sweden changed, or...
if it's our out price, then well, fucking obvious.
Our out price is about 400 more, yeah. But we're also, like I said, paying import and shipping costs on them arriving. Whereas,
shipping costs at least.
Whereas if he found a vendor that had bought it directly in Sweden and brought them over and just been selling them at his stand, but you got a really good deal. Compared to us, you got a really good deal. So let me know when you want to spend 400 more for a twin. But you do get he does get a Freeman discount though when he comes, as long as he's Viking and everything and participating in the village, then he gets a Freeman discount.
Well, of course, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little percentage, but it's a little bit better than that. Let's see. Albert says, I've been wanting that glass for a while. The guy I bought it from sells them a bit cheaper than most. This would also be, for example, every year we have to update our glass prices because it would be more expensive for us to replace them. So if he is hanging on to them for a while anyway, he might have bought them when they were a lower price and then not realizing how much they've gone up. And last year the prices in glass went up, and 2 years ago they went up quite a bit actually. Like I think it was in 2023 I noticed that the prices of glass, no, maybe it was early 2024 anyway, that the prices of glass went up about 200 to 600 kroner per glass. The same thing happened again this year. So the guy might not have realized that the prices went up, but that was because of heating costs. For example, they have to heat up the glory hole. Yeah. And then yeah, so it's a lot more and then shipping costs have gone up a lot as well though. It's a kind of magic, sings Audra. PJ says, you want stupid? How about the archaeological supervisor who told me that they hadn't recorded the position of the big, deep Roman boundary ditch because the soil dried out so they couldn't see it now. I had to make it up from memory. Oh my God.
The
She's
soil
archaeologist, by the
dried
way.
out so I couldn't see the ditch anymore.
Apparently. The soil dried out so they couldn't see it now.
Are you talking about
The boundary ditch, the big, deep Roman boundary ditch. She said, how about the archaeological supervisor who told me that they hadn't recorded the position of the big, deep Roman boundary ditch because the soil dried out, so they couldn't see it now.
I don't understand. The only thing I can think of is if you want an exact measurement, you want to measure from the edge. And maybe this dried out soil thing made it so that you couldn't get it to the centimeter with decimals, but you should still see the fucking ditch.
You would think, but
I can't understand how you can't.
I'm looking at Hadrian's Wall and some other things, so I don't know if I've seen it, but...
Yeah, I don't think we are talking about, okay, the Hadrian's Wall was too dry, so we couldn't see it. And we are talking about
it must be a different...
an actual ditch here.
Yeah.
Probably...
She says they had dug one segment, but since the survey, the line of the rest of it.
When you're talking about a Roman boundary ditch, you're probably talking about something like the Pomerian.
Yeah, maybe. Torben agrees with me here. I agree with your assessment, Torben, when he says you'll soon be in the ditch, Karl.
That is entirely possible.
She says, no, when the soil dries out, you can't see the line of the ditch until after it's been dug. Because it would change the color of it, I guess.
What do you mean after it's been dug?
Okay, he might be too drunk for
if
this.
It's a ditch from the Roman era, it was dug like 2,000 years ago.
No, you might not, though, actually, because the thing is, I don't know, maybe if you're looking from above or whatever, but the dirt color would change, I guess, and depends on how big the ditch was and if they refilled it after.
Well, it's archaeology, so I'm assuming that it was refilled after, and I have to excavate it to see it.
I'm gonna take this bottle away. I'm just gonna put it over there.
I'm just confused. But
she says she's talking about the unexcavated ditch.
Okay. But are we talking about a boundary ditch like the Pomerian?
Yes, the boundary ditch.
Like the Pomerian.
Okay.
Or
She
is
says
it...
on an excavation, the ditches are filled up over centuries. They show as dark lines against the genealogy.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. So when they refilled it, if the ditch dries out, it has a different color to it.
I understand, but you dug it out at some point, so you must have seen it, right?
Well, that's the thing. They didn't plot it. They didn't record it.
Okay, so we are back to the original point. Your boss is a moron.
Yeah. She says, and then the soil dries out and you can't see the dark lines anymore. This I agree with. Actually, are you giving Jay's cats some Karl porno over here?
She's being relatively quiet, and she likes attention. So
that tail has personality, though. Yes, that's more Siamese cat porn for Jay's Siamese cats. Karl's kind of giving you sexy eyes too over there, so you know what, we need to do a little bit of I don't know, if I'm kind of curious to see what Karl thinks of these. I'm still working on my wine.
What I think is what?
Stupid Viking finds.
Stupid Viking finds?
Stupid, no, not stupid. What in the hell are those Viking Age finds?
Maybe they are stupid. I don't know.
I have to find a picture, but I'm eating cheese. Oh, that wine is good. Might be giving me a little bit of heartburn, but I blame the tikka masala. Let's see. I have to figure out where I put the pictures. Not those. Not
So you
those.
like it when I'm finished drunk, yeah?
No, they don't.
Clearly does.
Nope. Didn't I leave these? Maybe I made a folder for them. Oh, there we did. I did. Strange Viking Age finds. This one.
It's a reliquary.
You know what this is, and you're ruining it already.
No, I can
I haven't
see
even
what it
showed
is
the
because
picture
I have
yet.
eyes in my head.
All right, what is it? The strange Viking Age find. Okay, but could it be something different than that? Pixie gets angry when I'm drunk, says Torben. What about my sheep question, says Annette? Did I see a sheep picture and I missed it?
It could be something
sheep.
different, but it isn't. It's a reliquary.
Is birch bark backpacks historically accurate for the Vikings?
Probably yes.
Yeah, we think so. Actually, we were talking about those.
I don't know of any finds, but we know they use the material, and this is one very bloody obvious use for the material.
A nevercont. This is what a nevercont is. Yeah.
Also, the name should give you an idea that it's old.
Because they call it a cont. Never would be the type of the, not a cunt, but a cont.
No, but that's actually kind of the root of the word. Cont
Never would refer to the part of the birch.
means bag, then it means scabbard, then it means vagina.
But we allow these, and I didn't have one of these at Viking markets, but I've seen them. They're hard to find anyway, but they're expensive as hell. But most of the ones you'll find are, like antiques.
I would say that there are something like this is very likely to have been used in the Viking Age, but I don't know of any finds. So it depends on how dickish we are going to be.
Okay, we're back on this one. I will look up the sheep question in a minute. The Ark of the Covenant, says Torbjorn. See, he's playing. A Viking bread box. I like that one too, says Annette. A contained for cosmetics, says PJ. A container for cosmetics. Viking Warhammer container. Oh, that would work. And these little circles here, they look a little like they're joined or something at one point. I don't know if that's a... It kind of looks like one of those boxes. Put your finger in that hole and see what happens. But it's not a hole. It's actually just an overlay. Maybe I'm supposing these two look like that at one point.
I'm still sure it's a reliquary. But that doesn't mean that the cosmetics bag theory is wrong. Because when the Viking finds a reliquary...
Viking boombox, says Nolvia.
When the Viking finds a reliquary, he will throw out the bones and other stupid shit that's in it and just keep the box.
Top part of a Viking robot head, an orcish tank.
Might give it to his wife. So in one famous case, you have a reliquary with the runic inscription Ragnhild Ekmik on the bottom.
Okay.
Ragnhild owns me.
Yeah.
This object belongs to Ragnhild.
Yeah.
So it was probably her jewelry box or possibly her makeup kit. We don't know.
It could be. Oh, there you go. Then, because PJ was guessing cosmetics kit.
Yep.
I like the orcish tank and the Viking boombox. The top part of a Viking robot head, says Annette. Radisby was saying about the backpack. Anyway, I prefer backpacks when I make my Viking outfit. I would like to have it have a cont as well. At the very least, it fits better than a modern backpack. No, I agree. I actually prefer. I want to have one of those. I don't have one. The best I have is a big basket that's kind of like oval shaped with a flat back side and it has straps on it, and you wear that like a backpack as well, but it's open on the top. My kids were so small they fit in that basket.
Your finger turned off.
There, now it's on again. I turned it on. Yeah.
I generally prefer my kunts without a flat back and the straps on it, but...
Yeah, no, he's cut off. Annette says, it once contained cookies and now is a container for buttons, just like the Danish cookie tins. I had a tin for buttons too, a cookie tin. I don't know where that tin is anymore, but I have the buttons. Let's see what my picture says. My picture says, okay, we have to translate. Viking skrin, irsk relikvie skrin fra Melhuset i Overhalla. Dette skrin er antagelig plindret gods fra et av de tidligste vikingtoktene på de britiske øyene. So yeah, it is a Viking etui, I think you would call it. Is what a screen is anyway, but skrin, what do you call a screen? What kind of a box is a screen?
Any kind of box.
Any kind of box, yeah. It says an Irish reliquary box, etui, whatever, from Melhuset in Overhalla. This etui box, whatever, is probably plundered goods from the earliest Viking visits to the British island, Viking raids or whatever, exhibitions, whatever. Anyway, on the British island. So that's what it is. So reliquary box was a good guess. But what would you keep in your reliquary box? I think the cosmetics might have been a way to go.
Of Saint
it's a scary
Jerome.
box, says Audra. The foreskin of what?
Saint Jerome.
Saint Jerome, yes, because we're collecting foreskins now along with the fingers.
No,
Medieval binoculars.
they collect everything. There
A
was
Viking Viewmaster. I totally see that one.
there was 2 monasteries in France that claimed to have the foreskin of Jesus Christ.
Oh,
So
jeez.
the Pope basically made it illegal to talk about the foreskin of Jesus Christ because it was too embarrassing to have 2 competing monasteries bragging about having it.
And if they saw UFOs, tie UFOs into that story. Viking Age aliens.
How do I tie that into the story of the foreskin of Jesus Christ?
All depends on how much alcohol you've had. If you
Well,
can do
if
it or
you
not.
take it like a rubber band and you shoot it into the air, it will be an unidentified flying object because nobody would be able to guess that's the foreskin of Jesus Christ flying through the air. But holy fuck, you're making unreasonable demands on me now.
I was right. It's scary. Oh my god, that was so easy
What?
to do that to you. So Nikki today, she's one of our new employees from Czechoslovakia, new this season anyway. And she's like, I think that's the first time I've ever saw Karl smile because I was pushing your buttons poking at him until he comes up and goes.
Well, kind of indirectly. Because
What is happening?
somebody said to her that your husband wants to do this or that or is doing this or that. And she goes, no, I'm not, he's not my husband. We're living in sin.
We're living in sin.
I
Yeah.
can't marry him until my daughters
So
are
I
18.
refuse to marry him at least until my daughters are 18
And I'm
years.
sitting at the other end of the hallway, so I heard this. So I walk over to her and says, are you trying to say that we should get married on Valentine's Day next year? And she goes, no, why?
Why are you talking about Valentine's Day?
Because that's when your daughters turn 18.
And I was like,
She has twin daughters that are
yeah, I
born
do.
on Valentine's Day.
yeah,
They will turn 18 next year.
yeah. No, I remembered when my mom got married when I was 17 or something like that, and all of a sudden I didn't qualify for financial aid with college, so I didn't want because of the grandfather clause, and I don't want my kids
I
to
have
have
to
it.
admit,
Because it made them dual income family, which is not exactly the case when it's a step. Yeah,
I have to admit, and this is
Yeah, let's go.
just me being an evil bastard, but
just gonna eat some cheese.
I really kind of want to have a Viking wedding in the village.
Oh my god,
Because
you must be drunk.
watching Georg stutter through the bloody ceremony when he knows that I am basically arresting him on every point that is even vaguely wrong, that is going to be fun.
It's not about the happiness and the love and everything. It's not about me. It's all about him getting a big one on the chieftain.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, I gotta find this one.
Yeah, you took my Finnish thingy away.
I did take your Finnish thing away. There might be a reason for that.
If you still want to do YouTube, I need more Finnish.
Maybe you want to try water. Okay.
You know fish fucking that thing, right?
I have to find this. This was a good one. Okay, but first we're gonna go too big.
Yeah.
Okay, but
I
no,
know what
you've
this is.
gotta let me show the damn picture
know where
before you
it's from.
start going on. Okay, let's see. What?
And so
Is
does Albert. Albert
this-
knows this thing and he knows where it's from.
You guys are boring, but it's a strange find in my opinion.
It is.
Let's see. Okay. So, what is this before little Mr. Know-It-All here and his pal in chat go nuts over about what it is? It's a bucket, says Albert. Damn it, the Know-It-All in chat did. You called it his. It's a bucket.
Albert, feel free to say more about the bucket.
Okay, tell us more about the bucket. This could be an alien. Look at those eyes.
I have a strong suspicion that Albert knows more about this particular bucket than I do.
Yeah. It is a bucket. Unfortunately, that is the shot of the bucket. But I want to hear Albert. Okay, Albert, start typing. Let's see. Hopefully he hasn't had Finnish vodka. Or peppermint schnapps, whatever. An adorned troll hot tub. I like that one. That's a net. See, she's playing it the right way. You guys with your correct answers and all.
But
It could be a cocktail holder. Let's see, I couldn't zoom out a little bit. And then I wanted to see if there were some more pictures on this page. It's a bucket found in the Oseberg ship.
No.
No? Let's see. Wait, we gotta get rid of these privacy settings.
I don't think it is, unless I found the same bucket twice, but...
It doesn't want me to reject everything. I'm trying to...
But you have to give me my Finnish thing back now.
No, you can't have any more Finnish thing now. I'm serious. You were, like, seriously, Okay, he's pulling on the cord. Sit back and I'll get you your goddamn Finnish thing. You're ruining my cord. Troll grape stomping tub for troll making wine. All right, let's see. I gotta fix this thing again. He pulled on the gimbal. Now it doesn't work because he broke it.
I can see it.
I have to fix the gimbal. You twerked it. My God.
Thank you.
There better be enough for me to make a peppermint patty at some point. Look at him over there. He's just getting...
I would be surprised if I can handle more than one more.
Karl is a Saturday alcoholic. Okay, for some reason I can't get rid of this stupid reject all thing.
It's not my fault that you were too late to buy beer.
I was too late to buy beer. Let's try this again. Reject all. No, fine. We're just going to have to deal with the flippant disclaimer on the thing because it won't go away.
But yeah, you said it was from the Oseberg?
I thought it said Oseberg.
I don't think so.
Let's see. This bucket remained buried in a Viking grave for 1,000 years, but is in excellent condition. The figure on the bucket looks like Buddha, but so that they've been calling it the Buddha bucket, but it's not Buddha. Where did it go? No, I lost it. But it's from an ancient Celtic death ritual. Then ended up in a Norwegian Viking grave. When the Oseberg Viking ship was discovered in a burial mound in 1904, it had been flattened by stone, earth, and the passage of time. The objects and the ship were broken into thousands of pieces. The bucket, however, was in good condition. It had slightly lost its shape. The bottom had been pushed out, but otherwise it was remarkably well preserved. Let's see... The bucket resembles something that you could buy in an antique store today. It has indeed been buried for 1,000 years. But it has been indeed buried for 1,000 years. The bucket was crafted from yew wood, known for its durability. The figure and the band that holds the bucket together are made of bronze. With the burial chamber constructed atop the ship, 2 women were interred along with the bucket, and it may have been particularly valuable. And there's the Oseberg ship. You can see in the Viking ship museum. The Oseberg ship was found on a farm in Tunsberg. It was completely flattened, but the 2,000 pieces have been assembled and restored in the raised section of the middle of the burial. In the raised section in the middle of the burial chamber, with 2 women, beds, valuables, textiles, and the Buddha bucket. But it's a Buddha. When archaeologist Gabriel Gustafsson found it, he exclaimed, "It's a Buddha!" The figure is seated in the lotus position and may bear some resemblance to a Buddha. We still call it the Buddha bucket. It's a little unfortunate that its name has stuck because the figure has no connection to Buddhism. While a Buddha figure did surface in the archaeological excavations in Sweden, it does not represent the figure in the bucket. There is actually, there was a Buddha figure that showed up, but it was probably something that was brought back. While a Buddha figure did surface in archaeological excavations in Sweden, it does not resemble a figure in the bucket. Good thing I just read that twice. This technique used on the metal is not Norwegian. Archaeologist Sigurd Grieg wrote in his extensive work on the Oseberg find from the 1928, the craftsmanship is of such high quality and does not resemble things typically made in Norway. The figure is Celtic. It was likely made by monks in monasteries in what is now Ireland and England, said this lady. She has completed her document on imported objects to Norway in the 9th century. Determining the exact origin of the bucket and the figure, as well as the creators, is not a straightforward task. Much older than a grave, the monks moved from monastery to monastery, each with workshops where they crafted similar items. The geometric patterns are typical of this period in the British Isles. The bucket is approximately 100 years older than the burial mound, but archaeologists do not know when it arrived to Norway or how. The Vikings plundered Irish and English monasteries. This is what Karl calls armed Nordic tourism. They may have found the bucket there. Often, the raiders would seize valuable fittings from the buckets and containers, repurposing them, including transforming them into jewelry. We found such jewelry in women's graves. But the Buddha bucket was brought home in its entirety, suggesting it may have been a gift. The Vikings were also involved in import and export, and they formed alliances with elite various countries. We know that the children from the Norwegian families were sent to be raised by British kings. The elites mutually benefited from these relationships. There you can see the whole bucket, by the way. It's a big bucket. And there's a middle cross-legged Buddha. Sacrificed to the gods. The male figure is seated with crossed legs, wearing a frozen, sorrowful expression. What it is supposed to represent is uncertain, but one theory suggests it depicts an ancient ritual. Several hundred years later, according to Roman sources, young noblemen were sacrificed to the gods to intercede on behalf of the living. These men sat in the lotus position while they were killed and subsequently mummified. Well, you don't want to put up a fight, would you?
What the fuck are you on about?
I don't know. This is what the sciencenorway.no says. The figure dates back to the 8th century. At the time, the Celts did not practice of human sacrifices. The British Isles had long since converted to Christianity. However, it is possible that the stories of pagan rituals persisted and transformed into decorative figures on buckets and containers, much like how we use motifs from the Viking era for decoration today. The figure on the bucket is... I love that Karl's twitching over there. The figure on the bucket is not the only one of its kind. A similar figure was also discovered in Nordfjordeid in western Norway. He is called the Myklebustmann and was seated on a copper pot filled with bones and ashes from a human.
Yeah. That's where my confusion comes from. That's why I thought Albert would know more about it.
Because he went to Nordfjordeid. Yeah.
I thought this was the Myklebust Buddha.
Yeah, because there's a ship in the Myklebust.
I wasn't aware of the Oseberg one, but there is so much things wrong with the thing you just read that either I'm too drunk to understand context or it is completely off the fucking whack.
Yeah?
Did I just say that the Celts didn't do human sacrifice?
This guy has massive lips compared to the other guys. Yeah, they did. They said one of them, but then they said no. They did and then they didn't.
They very much did.
The figure dates back to the 8th century. At that time, the Celts did not practice of human sacrifice. The British Isles had long since converted to Christianity, she said. So one is refuting what the other one said.
Well, the Christians don't do, but...
A third Celtic figure was found in Lindesnes, southern Norway, also attached to a vessel. Oh, there you can see them in their lotus position. Oh, this one's a two-headed creature. This one has a little dot between his legs. Buddha with a lip filler. Yeah, that Buddha definitely has a lip filler over there. These ones are a little unhappy because they didn't get lip filler. But they would have looked happier if they had lip filler.
Basically, the Vikings like a Buddha with a fucked up swastika sitting on some kind of bucket.
That's a sun symbol. Swastikas weren't invented yet in the Viking Age. Jeez, Karl.
The swastika is a sun symbol.
Yes, I know.
It was just stolen by some German dude, Austrian dude, to do some.
You almost got in trouble with Germany there.
Yeah, nobody should ever accuse the Germans of having anything to do with the Second World War.
Toxic bucket. Several of the buckets in the Oseberg ship were filled with food, serving as provisions for the two women on their journey to the gods. But here again, the Buddha bucket is special. The bucket was empty. U is toxic. The bucket is therefore not suitable for storing food or water. Actually, that's a good thing to know when it comes to null-binding needles. Don't put them in your mouth. Don't let your dog eat it. Charlotte Sletten Bjørå, a plant researcher at the Natural History Museum in Oslo, adds the fatalities from U poisoning are uncommon, but do occur occasionally. I wouldn't have made a bucket from toxic wood, she said. According to the Poetic Edda, a collection of poems from the 13th century, yew was used to make bows. Yeah, that one we actually refer to quite a bit. This is a very strong wood. The tree grows slowly, making it... It says the Poetic Edda. How many of the Poetic Eddas did you read in our shop? We have like 4.
There is just one Poetic Edda, but I don't understand where in the holiest of gunk you will find a
the holiest of
poem about how to make a bow.
The tree grows slowly, making it both strong and durable. It has been used in sleds for hay racks lasting for generations. Then we get an advertisement. Oh no, here, this is yew. Today is yew. Yew is often used as a hedge in Norwegian gardens and in wreaths. Both wood, needles, and berries are toxic. In the book A Pocket Full of Rye, Agatha Christie killed 3 people with yew poisoning.
Agatha Christie did.
Let's do that. Okay.
In her own book.
In her own book.
That's pretty bad self-insert story there, Agatha.
Robbers created chaos. After the women had lain in the burial mound for 100 years, thieves broke in. This we remember. They were talking about in the museum. They entered the actual buried chamber with skeletons and personal belongings. The thieves rummaged through beds and chests in search of valuables. Karl, my God, what the hell?
It's a matter of punctuation, woman. The way you said it, it sounded like they entered the burial chamber with skeletons and personal belongings. So yeah, I'm just going to grave rob a little bit. I'll bring in the skeleton of my grandfather and my personal belongings just to make sure.
Let me just reiterate why we took the Mintu away from you.
Because I'm having too much fun.
Yep. Okay, going back to it. Have you ever had one of these?
One of these?
No, one of these.
Norwegian boyfriend?
Yeah. Not worth the risk, though. Rudisby says, oh my God, I bought a new beer I hadn't seen before, and now I'm seeing it's alcohol free. Oh no, it's poor Rudisby fail. PJ says that, by the way, that's not entirely true about the berries. The red is a bit safe, but the seeds are toxic. Albert says, I knew it had a poison wood. By the way, and we're still back on the lips up there. And Annetta says, Angelina Jolie, Buddhist doppelganger. Laugh out loud. Don't mention the war, says Torben. Let's see. There we go. We'll turn it back. There's not, I don't know how much is left on here. Okay, so obviously after the robbers entered the chamber, Karl is flipping out over there. Okay, let's read this. However, I damn well please. The thieves rummaged through the beds and the chests in search of valuables. They created chaos. It is therefore impossible to determine how the items were originally arranged in the burial chamber. On the Onestad, I have no idea how you... Onestad, I think you would say that. Say Onestad was her name. Says, that's the archaeologist. With this theft in the year 953, the most valuable items from the grave vanished, perhaps also the contents of the bucket. Similar figures have also found on a bronze bucket in a grave in England. This bucket was filled with coins. Becomes a symbol for the new Viking Age museum. The UK did not share the same tradition of interring the deceased in burial mounds alongside equipment and objects. The Buddha bucket is therefore also of interest to the British researchers. But there they have illustrated scriptures that we can compare with, and we recognize their style, Onestad says. Okay. Oh, look at, there's even more little sun symbols inside. That's a lot of... Excerpt from the page Lindisfarne Gospels. They were written and decorated in the 8th century, and around the same time the bucket was made. The figure on the bucket will now become one of the iconic symbols of a new Viking Age museum scheduled to open in 2026. There are several reasons for this. The bucket tells a story of the contact between Vestfold and British Isles during the Viking Age. Besides, the face is so fascinating, and its exceptional preservation adds to its suitability as a good icon. Okay. Karl, is this... I've been catified. Is this the... story that you were remembering about the Buddha bucket?
Well, I only knew about the one from Norway. I didn't know about the ones from the British Isles, and that there also was one in the Oseberg.
Yeah.
So apparently, to make a bucket
Come here, Carla.
waterproof or whatever, you have to put the Buddha on it.
Eat this. Okay. So to see, check up on chat here. I love how the discussion, this was earlier, by the way. I love the way these discussions just fly out into space. Poor Karl, laugh out loud. Albert's laughing at the flying foreskins, which, by the way, for some reason got translated into flying foreskin. 2 different spellings. I like the way they had the Forskin, so it was translated to Forskin. Google made me translate that, or YouTube did. The holy turtleneck, says Torben. This is going back. And it says, I gotta send one of those daughters a resin octopus. Oh, my Alex would love that. She's coming in August. This was such a cute story. So my kid, Cecilia, she calls me on the way to work, etc. while she's waiting for a bus, because I told her, you know what, just call when you have no reason and when you're bored and need company, because it's fun to just chat. So she does. When she calls when she's on her way to work, etc. But when she walks in the door, she's always on the phone talking to someone, says, I love you, bye. So her boss is... do you have a boyfriend? And she says, oh, why would you think I have a boyfriend? She says, because you're always on the phone with somebody and you're telling them you love them. Oh, that's my mom. And the lady's like, oh. Then apparently, yeah, so I thought that was really, anyway, she's just like, oh, that's just so sweet, you call your mom. And she was so happy. Fast forward 2 months later to yesterday, her twin has now started working there. Alex, and Alex sends me a message saying, my boss thought wanted to give me extra hours in July so that I could take off in August to come and visit my mother, because she says it's very important I go and visit my mom. I thought that was so sweet, but apparently her mother lives like halfway around the world, so she misses her mom.
So basically, Alex got extra vacation because Cecilia is good at calling her mom.
No, she's getting the hours she would have gotten in August. She's getting them in July instead.
Ah, I got it.
Yeah. So she's working extra anyway. But yeah, because she wasn't able to come out in the summer due to because she wanted to stay working around the part of Norway that she lives anyway, to be closer to her friends.
You should probably arrange free tickets or something for your daughter's boss if she
if my daughter's boss ever gets to the village, we're gonna have to get her a tour, or we'll just buy the tickets for her. What the hell. But yeah, that was so sweet anyway. I just thought that was absolutely cute. So yeah, but Alex, the twin number 2, the octopus lover, is going to be here in August.
The taller one.
The taller one, yeah, there's like this much height difference between the two.
Yeah,
and she's got red hair and the other one's got blonde hair.
If you've been following for a while, you might remember an episode like 4 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, where Alex was killing you with a spear?
It's more, because she was 12 at the time.
Yeah, she was 12 at the time, so she was 5 years ago.
Yeah. When I'm sparring with a small girl with a spear.
That would be my kid.
That would be Alex.
Yeah. And she's much bigger now. Taller now, I mean. But yeah.
She's scary because she was killing me when she was 12. I wonder what she would do now.
Murder the crap out of you. We should have her reenact that. 2021, I think it would have been then. Anyway,
See, sometimes I want to be on YouTube, sometimes I don't.
PJ says, I've been wondering, when you came over to England last year, did Karl get drawn by someone? There's a chap who sketches people, and one of the pictures looks just like Karl.
Not as far as I know.
I would love to see that picture, though. You got a doppelganger, maybe. Or maybe the guy was over here. Because we didn't do any characters or anything like that.
No, we didn't.
I would love to see that picture, though. It could be that it was a guy that was over here or something, too. Oh, PJ sent a photo. Oops, I gotta reload my Facebook because it wants me to remember that or relog into my... Oops. It wants me to keep entering my PIN code to restore chats. Let's see. Waiting for... Oh my God! It looks like you! She said, this is a picture I kept seeing by the sketcher. And then I have to show you this because Karl's sitting there going, no, it doesn't, but I totally see Karl. Let's see. Are you ready for it?
Why am I saying no, it doesn't? This is the first time I'm seeing the thing, woman.
You just had the look on your face like, no, it doesn't. I see Karl! Okay, there. Picture. Karl. Picture. Karl. It's you!
The only thing I can say...
Yeah, I know this guy eats more than you do, but other than that...
The only thing I can say here is for me to have that facial expression, my penis is doing something fun.
Torben says, Karl when very drunk. I see Karl on schnapps, says Annette. I do too. I see It's you! Oh my God, not for kids, says Albert, by the way. Probably to your very fun thing. Look, it's you! Even the hair and everything. I wonder if it's got a mess on the back of its head like you do. Hey, Max is here just in time to see a drawing of Karl that PJ found all the way over in England. It looks just like you, my God. The only thing is you're a little bit more gaunt than he is. Huh? I'm going to have fun with this going back and forth. It's Karl! Now, is he wearing any clothes in this picture? I just wanted, maybe it's a naked Karl. Oh, it looks just, oh my God, though, you're not really, yeah, a really drunk Karl. Yeah, you're right, Radish, because it's the only way Karl would smile. Like now, for example, he's he's trying to put on a straight face when I turn it around.
Well, that's,
Albert says, dick. Let's see. I have to turn the camera again. There we go. Because it's going dark. They can catch on the. Yep, really drunk Karl. Or another one. Karl's drunk mugshot, says Annette. Max says maybe that's Karl's ancestor. Are you suspecting that Karl's not as old as this guy, or the other guy is older? I think. PJ says the artist is known for sketching people on trains and buses. Oh my God, that could have. I mean, we did spend some time on a train. But no, you don't usually smile that long.
I don't look that relaxed and happy on a fucking train.
You might if you weren't working. You were on vacation in England.
What were you doing at the time?
Ignoring you and needle minding on the train.
That one don't make me that happy, woman. It makes me slightly happy, but not that happy.
You might have been giggling at stuff on your phone. Laugh out loud, says PJ. Rodisby says, Karl's English identical twin brother. Yes, it could be. But we were on a bus on a train from Leeds to Oxfordshire. Or no, Schleppenen. No, what the hell was it called? Swindon.
Yeah, but we were on trains and buses and taxis all the time.
Yeah, but that was a long one. I remember there was two ladies that were trying to tell me. No, that was from London to Leeds.
That's kind of...
that was from London to Leeds, and the ladies told me I had to go and eat at a certain restaurant.
Yes.
Where the chairs look like swings.
Extremely mixed blessing with traveling with Karin, because Karin is your archetypical Minnesotan. She wants to talk to everybody.
All I had was a water bottle, and I was referring to you that it looked like Hertfordshire, or Hertfordshire. And what did I say?
I think you called it Hertfordshire.
Hertfordshire, yeah.
And women next to us tried to correct you and say, no, it's Hertfordshire.
No, they actually had started out with them saying that's an interesting way of pronouncing it.
Yeah.
They wasn't expecting me to pronounce it that way with my dialect.
And then 20 minutes later, they are best friends, and they are giving us recommendations to go and sit in the Jungle Gym restaurant or whatever the fuck.
Sauce, says Torben. No, it was because I think I called it Hertfordshire. Hertfordshire. Anyway, but I got it wrong in such a weird way. But that's what happens. Karl, you are taking the phone with you. We're going to find some other fun ones here. I just have to put this down a second. I can do a couple more, and then we got to go. It's getting late. It's him. It's totally him. Hertfordshire is correct. Hertfordshire. That might have been Hertfordshire is correct. Yeah, I was pronouncing it. I'm in Bedfordshire or Bedfordshire. Maybe I did say Shire. But anyway, it was an unusual pronunciation for someone with my accent. And then I said, yeah, no, but I've been living in Norway for 28 years and I have a Minnesota accent in addition. So I might have, calling it Paris instead of Paris because I've been in Norway too long. But I figured out, 3 years ago? That's when I was officially in Norway longer than I've ever been in the United States. That's insane. Let's see. Go back to chat here so I can catch up. I'm loving the. Oh, you know why it says Albert said dick? Because he write L-U-L. Lull, and YouTube wanted me to translate that to dick. And here I thought you were just calling Karl a dick. I liked it. I'm gonna have to. Maybe I won't tell him. Karl's English identical twin brother. You missed my sheep pick question again, though, but I didn't see the sheep pick question. I was looking back, but I got to kind of keep scrolling. But I can show you the wool, actually. I should do that while Carl's here. The wool update. Let's see. It's going to be hard to show it on here because he's got mint alcohol all over the table, so thank you, Karl, but I do not want that on my wool. Okay, and some cheese over here. There we go. Maybe we put the, look at the table. I'm not kidding. What do you do with a drunken Norwegian? Anyhow, so my cat decided to sleep on the wool, but I will drag it out from under him and disrupt his peace. Okay, so I washed the wool from Sigurd. Let's see. Not very good at one-handing this. Okay, I had to put this down here in a minute. Put it down this way, and then I can look through the bag. Some wool spun from previous sheep episodes. There's the wool that just got stuck at the bottom of the bag here. Maybe we show it this way, where the mint isn't all over the place. There, let me turn it down. It's actually washed. Might look a little dark. This is the top side. It's looking a lot less full of crap now. When I say washed, I mean I soaked it in a bucket of lukewarm water, and you just let it soak. At first it looks like a lot of suds that comes up from soap, but that's actually the lanolin. And then you dump the bucket of water out, and then you fill it up again, and you let it soak. And you keep doing this until the water stays clear. It's just water. Anyway, but it's important not to... You missed Karl's identical English twin. I did. Anyhow, so that's what this is. There's no soap, nothing. And this is the underside of it. And then I've begun spinning it. It's a little bit less fluffy than it was because I had put it in a bag after it dried. But I have to take this to work and borrow the combs to comb it, because then I can spin it straight. There, I pulled apart. You can spin it straight off the combs if you want to, which is what I was doing. This is what his wool is looking like. This is a mix of the long hair and the short hair. And this is what I use to make sheep with. But my spinning is pretty uniform these days, and it's almost better for those sheep. Actually, that's just twisted there. It's a kink. It's almost better for the sheep if it isn't. I got a Scottish spindle, says Nikki, but my hands can't do heaps of spinning. No, I'm doing a little at a time, but this is straight off the combs. I could, and I think I kind of want to now, since it looks kind of dull when it's mixed. I think I want to keep the short fibers and do those on hand carders instead. So I might separate it out a bit, because this is so much softer than the longer hairs. Okay, then, if I can find a place to put it down where there isn't mint stuff spilled everywhere. Maybe you can wash it before spinning to get some of the grain off the wool. No, I did. It is washed. The only thing that doesn't come out maybe is if you have some dried dirt clump on something on there, but it'll eventually loosen up and come off on its own as well. Because it comes off when you're combing as well. I don't have the combs with me, but if I take something like this big ass comb here, imagine 2 rows of this on a stick, and then the same thing here, and you comb it against each other. And when you do that, a lot of that clump and extra dust if there's any clumps in there, will fall out as well. So I comb it like that first to do the long fibers. Then to demonstrate, actually, I think I had a piece here. Break off a piece. This is where you've got okay, there's a tuft. So you got the long fibers, and then you got the short fibers up here. So if I were to put this into a comb this way, maybe. Anyway, imagine doing that all the way through, though, so that the whole clump gets stuck in there. You can technically do this on a comb and a fork, and you comb it back and forth until all the fibers are hanging in the same direction like that. Then to work, one way to work with the long fibers is to pull them out little by little, so you get this long piece of unspun roving. You can go to unspun wool called roving, let it go as thick as it wants to get. And it will leave little tangles in the comb, these little short fibers, but those you can put in hand carders, which look like this. That's better at using shorter fibers. These long fibers, it's not necessary to use something like that. I'll spin it real quick before Karl attempts to sit his ass down. You sitting? Just use that comb, Karin, says Nikki. Looks like it's doing a great job. It does, as long as it's not too tangled. But this is it's new wool. If you're using wool that was just sheared from the sheep, it's actually quite easy to work with. Whereas if the wool's been lying around for a while, it becomes harder to work with. Let's see, I don't know if I can do...
I've still heard no tourists refer to the sheep as goats this far.
You're not near the sheep often enough, because they usually do. When they start looking like the ones in the thumbnail, they start calling them goats. Okay, so
Yep. I expect
move your feet that way a little bit for a minute. I need to let it drop because it's a drop spindle. So it drops. I might not have given myself overlap. But anyway, you can either wrap this around something like a distaff, or I just hang it over. This is the easiest way for me to do it, but there's a way that you can work straight from the distaff. So you overlap it a little bit, old and the new, and start spinning in the same direction you were before. Pinch, and then kind of pull it the thickness you want, and pinch it again up here a little higher. And then when I let go at the bottom, look at him. When I let go at the bottom, though, the spin travels up. So I'm doing that over and over again, and you can see it kind of... Yeah, like that. And when I let go, the spin travels up. Good, I'm getting all excited over wool. You can help it along a little bit if you want to. But I found out I don't, for this project that I'm making the sheep with, the embroidered sheep, I don't actually want it to be too well spun. Okay, we're going to go off camera here now because it's getting too long. And then you walk it back. Walking it back by doing like a butterfly wraps in your finger. I have combs made to look like medieval combs, but the glue is making the nails come out. Oh no! I think Gundala is on her way here soon, and she was Holger was going to see if she could get a hold of some new backup combs for the village. That's what I was using before, but something happened to a pair of our combs. They went missing, so backup combs are in use. So we need new backup combs. There you go. So there's the spinning. Anyway, but that's the thread there. And what I would say, if you want to keep it like this, you will have to wrap it around a niddy noddy, which I can show you, and let it wet it and let it dry, and then it will remember that it wants to stay straight like this. Kind of like if you wet your hair when it's braided, it will remember that it wanted to be braided when it's dry. But if you let go before you've done that, it will spin onto itself like that. I can do this like that. It doesn't want to go where my fingers are. There we are. It'll make like a ply, 2-ply yarn. That would be if you had 2 threads that were both spun in the same direction, and then you spin them back on each other, then you get that 2-ply yarn, which is a little bit tighter and a little bit more sturdier. But I'm going to keep mine as a single ply because that's what I've been using to make those embroidered sheep with. Okay, ta-da! And then this is an example of what one of them looks like, but I'm not done. You can see this is the face, and this is the horn, and that'll be his body down there. I just draw it with chalk a little bit, and then start him. I'm just doing chain stitch here and stem stitch here. But they all get their own little personality. We never really know what they turn out because the thickness and the thinness and the changing color of the wool kind of gives the face a look. And then, if you're wondering what Svarten's wool look like, first I have to put away this wool because my cats will kill it. It should be in a paper bag, but I'm a horrible person. But I'm planning on spinning that up pretty quickly. Then we have, oops, I forgot my tuft here. No, the reason you don't want to store it in a plastic bag is because it can create a lot of static electricity, which will also cause your wool to felt. But I remember after we had been spinning the sheep's wool for about a year, and then they sheared him and we get to use the new stuff, it was like a flippin' dream. The the new wool makes a huge difference. This is Svarten's wool when it's washed, which is much whiter than you would have thought. But it's a little bit looser because he's older. Anyway, so there's his fibers there, the long fibers, and the short fibers are like that. So his will be quite nice too. But it was a lot lighter than I was expecting it to be. But, you know, he has gone lighter over the years. So that'll be fun to see how that one works up anyway. But that's what I use to make the sheep. So it's sheep from the sheep, so everybody can get a little taste. I only need this much wool. Is a lot of wool when making those pictures because they don't use very much. But it's a way that everybody could get a little piece of the sheep.
Yeah, if you are in the village once a blue moon, it's not something I regularly do, but on some guided tours you will see me spin wool like she just did.
Yeah, you're actually getting pretty good at it.
No, I absolutely suck at it to a comical level.
Really? Are you still bad at it?
Well,
to a comical level?
there
No.
are people worse at it than me, but I do it so rarely that I'm still
short fibers.
A rank amateur compared to her, for instance.
I'm self-taught. I'm not even doing it right.
One thing that shocked me until, I think it was Toril, it might have been you, somebody pointed out something that I've always considered one of the great mysteries of life. Because when you take the roving and you overlap it with the thread that is already made, and I start spinning it, I always say, and if any of you have ever had your hair caught in a fan, and then I see most of the little girls are going,
oh God, yeah, I've used that word before
and
as well.
I was wondering,
or that comparison before.
what the hell are you kids doing? Why do you keep getting your hair caught in fans? Are you jumping on the bed and you have this ceiling fan?
No, it's a hairdryer, but yes.
Yeah, but then either Karin or Toril point out, no, it's hairdryers.
Thank you. That would be me. I did point that out to you.
Yeah, it was you.
It's the hairdryers, because my hair is long. My hair is really long.
No, it's...
let's see.
I've never been so happy to be a boy before, because almost every little girl has experienced this. They've gotten their hair sucked into the hairdryer.
Yeah, it's the hairdryer fan, but no, I got a lot. When you have a lot of hair, look at that gray. I would make a good sheep. Anyway,
Ooh,
it's all twisted now because it was wet when I did it. But anyway, my hair is super long.
Such
it goes down to my...
sensational thing. You have gray in your hair. Whoa.
Says the drunk guy with a beard. Anyway, no, but it goes down to my waist. That's why it's usually tied up. But now it's like really wavy because it was tied up when it was wet. But yeah, when I was doing that, you would, blow dry your hair. But if the backside has a fan, so as you're blow drying your hair, if you were looking the other way or whatever, and somehow your hair went that way over it, it would just get stuck right in that thing, and it hurts like a bitch.
Maybe girls are just stupid.
Let's see. Oh, but the fan's on the ground when you're hot. When you are hot, you stand next to it and sing into it. Oh, you always do that too. Sing into a fan when it plays. I'm not kidding. Like, hi, how are you? Whatever. Speak into the fan. It sounds kind of like you're speaking in a microphone. Look at your cat. There she is doing the porno pose again. Karl the cuddler. No, but now you know why my hair's up all the time. It's still wet from yesterday. It's very wet.
She is wet.
My hair is wet from yesterday. That's what happens when it stays in a bun. I should probably... Anyhow, my hair needs cutting. It's like really ratted. Anyway, so there you go. That's why my hair's up in a bun all the time. It's a lot of work. Let's see. Yeah, when you speak into a fan, it cuts up the sound, says Nikki. Rudisby, I've only bought an e-spinner, but I understand the sentiment. Let's see. I bought a dyed wool for spinning, but I haven't touched it yet. Yeah, no, you're getting presentation anxiety. There's a lot of wool that's been sitting up at that wall forever. There's probably a reason those wools have been sitting forever, especially the green. Presentation anxiety. This is so thin, this stuff. I don't know if you can't see it, of course. But anyway, it's so thin, but I think I've been sitting with it forever because it looks so nice. I'm afraid to use it. But you just got to bite the bullet and do it. So, there you go with your wool. And also, your wool will only get harder to spin with age. So if you need any reason, motivation to start spinning with it, it will be easier to spin it when it's fresh than it is. Every time it gets a little bit older, it gets a little harder to spin. Peaches says, I have 2 spinning wheels on and several drop spindles, but I'm bad at spinning though. But you'll only get better. The only reason I can do this is, this thickness here, and fairly consistent now, which is a little scary for my pictures because they looked better when it wasn't, is because it was sitting on a stoop for, I don't know, every day, how many hours a day on that stoop outside the textile house. And I used to sit and needlebind, but again, it's a bit like watching grandma make a sweater or knit a sweater. It's kind of interesting for about a half a second, and then you're like, yeah. But if I sat and combed wool and turned yarn out of it, that was like instant trolldom, witchcraft. Yeah. So anyway, so that's nice. Then I started spinning, but I had to, I don't know, and I was making so much yarn, it's still sitting on display there. Didn't know what to do with it. So now what I do is I will spin a length of it, but if too much of it looks good like this, with no imperfections, because the imperfections actually look better on the sheep, embroidered sheep, then I would sell them like 4 or 5 gram skeins at a time or something, so people could take a little bit of the sheep home with them too, in another way. And I do actually have, you broke it, you failed. I had a bag here, I just put down. Oh, it's under my butt. No, but I have a lot of these skeins, because I haven't been able to go through it all. These little ones. But it takes forever to use it. Some are really finely spun, but if they were too perfect, or slight shade difference, maybe I wanted a little shade difference. And we have the dark one, but this is not from Grotas or Svarten. This is actually dark brown. I wanted to see how the difference. Anyway, they've been in a bag too long, though they're starting to get a little felted like this. But here's much older yarn that I spun. Look at how uneven that sucker is. This is actually taken from one of my old skeins off the Viking house. I took a little piece of it home because I wanted to see how, but you can see how much more uneven that is compared to what I do now. Compare these two.
No, it's like when I spin, I have no control on the thickness of the thread.
Almost black.
It's completely up to the gods of random chance.
Brown. Do you know what else would have? Oh, then I started mixing the colors in the same skein. This was fun. And then I have these kind of skeins. Oops, not that one. This one, where you got the 2 tones, but that's because I got tired of spinning one color, so I did another one. Or these ones, because I could easily separate if I wanted the dark pieces of a dark or a lighter sheep, whatever. I was having fun spinning these. They're so much fun to spin. No, but I was saying the thickness might not also just be your attitude for the day, but it also might be the amount of yarn that is on the spindle. Because you use that big heavy spindle, so it's a little bit easier to spin with. But when there isn't much yarn on it, it's very little yarn. There's a lot less weight. But when there's a lot of yarn on it, starts to weigh a lot heavier and it spins better.
Also, why are there like 3 or 4 drop spindles with no hook on them?
Because the hooks got dropped by tourists.
Okay, that would explain it.
Yeah. When the tourists play with them, or if they've been sitting out in the weather too long, these screw tops, technically you don't need one, but you would have to have like a notch hooked into it. But we need to buy some of these. I take this off here, you can see we need to buy some of these. It's just a little hook that you screw in to the top. But the thing is, if they're spinning it the wrong way, against the screw, or with too much weight anyway, it'll unscrew the screw on the top there.
I don't think you should blame the tourists, because it's mostly us guides.
Yeah, it could be, but it also could be weather. If it sits long enough, it might get a little rotten at the top. And the screw would fall out, but that's basically it.
No, because the problem I'm having now, because you're so rarely there, is that the thread I'm using when I am spinning, I have to use my my own roving to put on top of the existing thread. And very often now the existing thread sucks so horribly that it is worse than whatever I'm going to make.
Yeah, and then you go to try to add more and it breaks. Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that one night, so I was like getting frustrated. I'm like, fuck it, and I tied it off and spun a new one and attached it when I was going to show somebody how to do that.
But it's early days, and we have guides that has they are still on single
Plug that in.
digits on the number of guided tours.
Yeah.
So they will get better. That's
Oh, a hobby collector. I use those hooks. I haven't come out yet.
woman.
Also not for kids.
I can't plug this in without one of the extensions from over there. Do you want me to go and get one?
Or one of these.
Yeah.
This is why you need a woman in your life.
I need an extension anyway.
Okay. No, it's because the laptop.
Yeah, it's debatable whether I need a woman in my life, but I absolutely need a hole to put the plug into.
I almost poked his eye. It was great. I also use those hooks, but I haven't come out at also not for kids. Torben says the glue, then glue the screw in, drill a hole and fill it with PVA. You could do that too, and because these are all salvageable. You just have to get a new screw in there. But if the new screw just kind of is just so well worn in the hole, you might have to put some glue in it and then screw it in, and it'll stay.
Yeah.
It's not exactly a lot of weight that's going on that screw, but once it starts to hollow out, then it's pretty much impossible. Regisby says, yes, Nikki, I have so many hobbies. Oh my God, no, talk about that. I have so many. Anyway, but I was going to see if we had any more. They're talking about the e-spinners. Oh, by the way, if you love me, you'll get me an e-spinner. So that I can spin on a train.
It's a USB thingamajig that you used to.
Yeah, but you can only, I mean, the disadvantage is you can only fit so much.
If I love you, I'll take you on a train ride, woman.
So I can spin on the train. You can learn how to drive a car and I can spin on the car ride. But,
do you want somebody with my eyesight driving a car that you're in? In bright sunlight, it's fine. But as soon as the sun is behind the mountain, you are in mortal danger.
He has no depth perception either. So no. Reese says it's not anxiety over getting it wrong as much it is as other projects I'm working on, so I am not in a hurry to start a new craft. Okay, so we have the red bag stitch of the month going. We have the Necron dice bag, Necron inspired dice bag going. Then I found the yarn, the mohair-like yarn, so I decided I needed to try to make a scarf out of it. This is going to be the world's thinnest scarf. No, this is one of those where you go back and forth, but you make a loop.
You try to be loose and dense at the same time.
Absolutely, loose and dense at the same time. So this is my loose side, because it kind of shows up there, but if I held it up to a light, you'd see through it much. Anyway, but this is one where you go back and forth like that. But to make it easier to change your round, you just skip a certain amount of stitches, make a chain, and then reattach. Anyway, and you get these loops on the end, and you can either leave them as loops or you could cut them and have fringe. At the start, so when I get back to the beginning, I have to like leave a bit hanging. Anyway, but that's what this one will be. This is Oslo. But I wanted to see, because I thought, what else do you do with this mohair? I made hats out of it, but it might be a little itchy, I don't know. So I thought, what if we make a scarf? A very Viking inaccurate scarf. The problem is it gets a little shorter, but I think it'll work. Gets a little shorter the first 3 rows, so I might not have made it long enough, but I feel very warm now. Okay, anyway. So that's just 3 projects that I started this week alone.
But the thing that distinguishes Karin from most other people is that she's probably going to finish this. She's going to finish 2 of them and probably the 3rd.
This one I have to finish because I want that apple juice. from Torben. But I like the way the needle tension
So
also
we are
looks.
bribing Greg with apple juice to drive us back home. And we are giving Necron bags to Torben to get apple juice.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a very apple year. But the thing is, his apple juice came from his farm. It's he made it. Yeah.
So it's not Greg worthy.
No, he was stepping on the apples in the barrel all by himself. Or having one of his minions doing it. How do I join, says PJ? That's a garrote. Oh, wait, Nikki, what is the Tour de Fleece? Yeah, I was wondering about that one, too. My e-spinner is 3 kilos. I would rather take a drop spindle on the train. I suppose if it weighs heavy, yeah, the drop spindle weighs pretty much nothing.
3 kilos isn't that much. It's more a matter of volume than weight.
It depends on what the other shit you're carrying with you weighs as well.
Yes, and Karin packing is...
Yeah?
This is one of the things I just don't get with women.
Boy,
Why do you think you need all this?
Might get bored. Sometimes I feel like embroidering. Sometimes
we
I
went
feel...
to Denmark for 2 days, and we could barely carry our luggage.
That's because we brought a lot of books back from Maria.
Yes, and we also brought all these books back to Norway afterwards.
Yeah, we brought a bunch of books too there, but we brought more books back because we brought her books back. But we brought we had brought 2 books with us because we had the New Smelgren book, but we had the German-French version, and there were some people that wanted one.
When you said 2 books, how many books do you actually mean?
2 kinds of books.
Yes.
One was the New Smelgren's French and German version, and I think we brought about 10 of those. And then we also had Mary Poussinen's book, with one needle in English, and they also were having a hard time getting those, so I brought 10 of those with as well anyway. Ingela wanted one, Maria wanted one. That's why we had them with anyway. So we had those books with us because we had them in the shop and we could sell them on behalf of Viking Valley and just pay back to Viking Valley when we got back. So yeah, no, that's why. And then we brought Maria Lindhale's booklets back, her how to needlebind, etc., so that we could sell those in the shop.
Yes.
Yes. And we did. We sold all of them, and we had to order more, I think, last year. But, by the way, the Needlebinding Festival in Odense is in August this year. But I noticed, and it was August last year, which is why we couldn't go last year either. But Tina Vester was putting up a poll to see if people wanted to have it in May again. Would you be interested in going back there if it was in May?
I don't care when it is. I'm interested in doing basically anything.
He's such a slut. No, but that would be fun. Anyway, I know that we have a real hard time taking off in June, July, or August.
I don't have a hard time taking off at any point.
No, my boss has a hard time letting you take off any.
Yes, I understand that.
Yeah.
But as long as you manage to convince my boss, you can have me anywhere.
I can have him anywhere. You heard me. Torben, no. What is reduce me? The Norwegian made the Swede cry. He said, I also produce my own yeast. I cultivate yeast culture I found behind the toilet. I don't know if we want any of his... No, I get it why you made the Swede cry now.
That the yeast doesn't really care. As long as it has something sugary, that it can convert to something alcohol-y, the yeast is perfectly happy. And it's not like the yeast would have a memory of... No, 15 generations ago we dealt with poop. This should be poop. Yeah. The yeast doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, Nikki was they were talking about the Discord. Yeah, on Discord crafting conversation. Yeah, I should see if I find that. I have not been on that in a while, but I should. It's just a matter of the time of year. But yeah, if you're not on Facebook, for example, one way you can kind of keep up with the chat is there's some on Blue Sky, by the way, which I joined for a little while and then life. But also there's a Discord. And it's going to... I'm downloading updates. Clearly, I have not used Discord in a while. But yes, there's one called, I think, Crafting Conversation, which is... I forget who did that anyway. But there's a bunch of needle bindings on there. There's actually... They split it up in all these different kind of craft categories. But you can go into the needle binding one and post all your goodies there and see what others have made. And it's a way to get a needle binding fill when you do not use Facebook. Facebook has at least 6 different Nalbinding groups. You have Nalbinding International, Nalbinding Germany, Nalbinding. You got the Dutch one, you got the Swedish one, the Finnish one, the German one. Torben says, I made her cry. Well, lap dance now is logging in. Well, a lap dance is best when the stripper is crying. I think both of you have had too much.
It was a song.
Oh, now I can log in. Oh, crap. It wants me to do my phone number and all that other crap. Okay. I am not going to log into Discord right now because I have to do the whole look at my email for an extra code and prove that it's actually me. But I'll have to check into it later. But anyway, yeah, as Nikki was saying, it's called a Craft and Conversation page. Reduce said there's a group on Blue Sky as well. I didn't even know that you could have groups on there. It's, I wonder if I can get into that. I think it's not a group, it's a list. But you can hashtag anything, and it'll show up. But I haven't been in Blue Sky forever either, so we'll see if I can get in there. I don't even have Twitter. Sign in. Karin Biome. This username is invalid, or invalid username or password. Crap. Nope, not that password.
Yeah.
That's the right password. Okay, no, we're going to get going soon anyway. Okay, I haven't been in forever, but you can go under one called Nalbinding. This feed is empty. You may need to follow more users or tune your language settings. Okay, for fuck's sake. If I go to myself, I think there was one called...
I'm too drunk to entertain you while she is trying to learn how to use computers.
No, I thought I had the link on here. But anyway, if you do hashtag Nalbinding, a bunch of shit comes up. But yeah, there's some sort of lists, I guess. I don't remember, but you can like join a list and be included in the Nalbinding thread and see what the other people in the Nalbinding list are also doing. And I think you have to sit there and click on every single one of them. I'm getting too old to learn how to do this stuff again. But no, it's been forever and a day since I've been on there, and I need to post some more. I can tell you the last post I did was June 7th, and I guarantee you that was not this year. No, 2025. It's probably time to make a comeback. Are we going for 4 hours today? It looks like it, but no, I actually got to get my butt off the phone. Because I got Freeman on their way here now. They finally managed to board a train, at least. From what I can see.
My God, if you could just find at least a handful of Freeman that could find their testicles
Just
without
mute
the help
the
of a
things you
flashlight.
don't want to beep. Oh, it's already beeping at me now. Yeah, the Discord thing was beeping on mine a lot. I think that's why I turned it off. But you can actually fix that in settings. I noticed that if I had sound on my computer when we were doing YouTube, you would like ding ding, and someone said, you can turn that off. Yeah. Anything else we didn't cover today? I only showed two weird Viking Age finds, and one was a bucket Buddha, and you ruined it for me. Did I get everything right on the bucket Buddha?
Well, I think so, but the writing was a little bit dumb.
Well, it was just the article.
Now, the reason I was confused was that I wasn't aware of the Oseberg one. I knew about the Miklobust one.
Yeah.
So I thought that Albert had this in the bag, so I wouldn't steal
Oh, he
his
might have.
thunder.
I mean, I've been missing a bit of chat here and there, but the chat is really quite interesting, though, by the way. You should catch up on it. Okay, let's see if I can find one more.
And I remember seeing drawings of one of these, and the found location was listed as Mikkelbustad, Norway. And Mikkelbustad translates to where Mikkel lives, straight up. So I asked my father, where the fuck is Mikkelbustad in Norway? And he said, no, it's just how the English would write Mikkelbust. So it could be almost anywhere in fucking Norway, because when you are in the western part of Norway, you are never more than 100 kilometers away from some place called Mikkelbust. The most famous one is where the Mikkelbust ship was found in Nordfjordeid. But you also have a Mikkelbust on Barmen in Norway, where Leif Ole is from. And you have it basically everywhere. Mikkelbust and Bakkebø is names that you'll just find everywhere in Norway. They don't necessarily have anything to do with each other.
I was looking for one that wasn't very good. I noticed though when AI is giving you responses about certain stuff, they have absolutely no problem referring to their source as. We know this is true because we found it in the Viking reenactment group on Facebook.
Yeah, of course.
Which isn't really a source. You need to know where they got their source from too.
Yep.
But okay, let's see if I can find
that's
one more.
Just I being like a normal person, because normal people don't understand how to work sources back to the bedrock, so to speak.
All right.
No, but Neil Price says no. But Bull Hansen says it's yes. But why did I say that? What's their
Yeah,
their
but Bull
source?
Hansen has to have a source too. Yeah, he's a.
No, it goes for everybody. Everybody who is alive today wants to say something about what happened 1,000 years ago, needs to have a source. And these guys are usually very good at this. The problem is that the people who are quoting them or misquoting them don't understand how this works. So they're just bringing, but the great authority said, instead of going, he said this because of this, and interpretation from this.
I don't know if I want to use that one, but
You found the poop.
I found the poop. I was like, but the way it looks, so there's like this guy in front of it, and it makes it look like it's like this big. But no, it was Viking Age poop. I'm like, but the article I clicked on isn't very good. So
It's a very big poop, though.
it looks. I mean, look how big this thing looks against that guy's head. It's a very impressive poop. Only Karl could produce something like that right before YouTube. I don't know. I will find. I needed to find one more strange Viking Age find. This one looks interesting. Depends if it says what it is. Disagree to all. Okay, let's go with this one. Because this one looks like something Annette could make with her resin. What is it? It is not a wine stopper.
That's Bob, the Viking.
Is the poop gilded? No, but it does have a special poop holder.
The Viking god of gynecology.
The Viking god of gynecology. 2 snakes. What do we think this is? This will be the last one that we gotta get going, though. The conversation is getting really mixed up. Yeah, nope, it is. I'm kind of reading back and forth on the chat, and I'm getting a little bit lower.
Do you know what this is, or is it just a cool?
I looked at it really quick, and it is definitely not a wine stopper. What do you think this is? Looks like 2 serpent heads.
I would say it's a bagel.
A what?
The head of a bishop's staff.
A bagel?
That is the correct term for it.
Like bagel as in
Bagel.
B-A-G-E-L?
Yeah, we are not talking about Jewish Americans here. We are talking about the head of a bishop's staff.
But how do you spell your bagel? I can't read your...
Bagel. B-A-G-E-L.
So bagel pronounced like Norwegian bagel.
The head of a bishop's staff, you woman.
A wizard's staff has a knob on the end, says Torben. So clearly you do not know what it's like to be a wizard.
Well,
he did say bishop, though, in his defense.
I do have to say that there is a marked difference between a Christian bishop and a wizard.
Let's see, we're still trying to solve some Discord issues. Kane and, says Rodisby. So we're all kind of going with the same knob. It's... maybe it's like the turn key on a box with a finger in it. No. No. It's a coat hanger. Now we're getting into some fun things. Like when you hang your coat when you come home. Oh yeah, like a hook in the or yeah, hook on the wall kind of thing. That could be it. What else? Do we have any other good suggestions for this thing? It's the end of a wind-up toy car. No, or a wind-up robot. It's a clock turner for Viking aged clocks. See, she's with me on that. You can also use it as like a winding. I had to reach to get that, but I thought that was pretty brilliant, to be honest. Okay, do we need to reveal what it is? Because we're late, and Audra's wondering if we're going to go 4 hours today, but no, it almost seems like it. It is a bronze staff head. This first object is probably a bishop's crosier. Crosier? How do you say that? Found at some fucked up Pingvillir. The ends of the crooks have animal heads in the earnest style, which dates to the object to the 11th century.
So
It's a fucked up pea.
yeah,
Fossilized pretzel. I like his Redispies.
So you pronounce it Thingweiler.
A Thingweiler. This is Icelandic, or?
Yep.
And that's a
Or
TH.
Old Norse, as you prefer.
Tingweiler or Thingweiler?
Thingweiler.
Thingweiler. That's what. Oh, so see, Torben guesses Thingweiler spelled with a TH. So he obviously knew what it was immediately. No, but it was found at Thingweiler. The ends of the crooks have animal heads in the earnest style. There you go. And you can see the earnest style dragons heads. There you go. It's kind of, there's the eye, and then it's got this long snout, and then it curls back. I didn't see that, but now that I know that it's earnest style, I can't unsee it. Okay, maybe there's another here. What's that? That looks like a bead on one of my necklaces.
Like super Christian, but I don't know.
But it would be upside down if it was a bead, because it would be hanging this way. Super Christian, you think? It's copyright by Don.
It is. I see like multiple crosses coming out from a center cross.
Yeah, because that's what mine looked like. This would be the bead head anyway, and it hangs down, but it kind of goes out this way, this way, this way. And I have a bunch of them on my necklace that goes between the turtle brooches. I had one in bronze, and then somebody said I was making you look cheap, so I had to buy them in silver, didn't I? And yes. I did. Last time Ježers was here, I bought one in silver. It was 4,000 kroners later. Now I got to buy a torque, which I have in bronze. And I have to get that one in silver. And I'm guessing with the massive increase on silver prices, that sucker's going to be 6,000 kroner.
Yeah, maybe you should wait a year or two.
I need to wait a year or two. And are you okay with me making you look cheap in bronze for a little while longer?
Yeah, very sneakily going up in social graces. You don't have to rush it.
No. Okay, but anyway, that's my guess what this thing is. It's a pendant. Yeah, see, Nikki's seeing it the way I am too. Because I don't know what this is, but I have a sneaking suspicion that part isn't the original. But it might be. There's like something going through. Okay, which is the cruciform pendant from the Iceland National Museum. The next object is a cruciform pen of cast silver made in the 10th century. Similar items have been found in southern Scandinavia, Scandinavian England, Russia, and the Baltic region. Some are from silver hoards of the Viking Age. So if I look for cruciform pendant, I was looking up hygiene kits, thought that would be a fun one to guess. But I could only find replicas, not the original ones. I win! What did I win, says Nikki? You win a hug from Karl. That's actually quite rare.
I don't know.
He's like, wait, what? Yeah, reach through the internet and give her a hug in New Zealand. Cruciform pendant. Viking. I can do left-handed typing age. Or Viking left-handed typing. Oh, that shows me these ones. That one we have this replica. We have this one too.
Yeah, cruciform, so cross shape.
Yeah, but this isn't the one I was thinking of, the one that I had.
You do understand that there are 60 millions of this, right?
Yeah, but there's one that has, but it's not quite like this cruciform shape. There's the wolf cross. These are, but they're replica, but these are not what I was thinking of. Okay, nope, I'd have to, we could try. P-Lad art .pl.
Yes, sweetie.
This is Ježer's page. So you have to, we can maybe transfer to English. I didn't know we could do that. Okay. Viking, Celtic, Slavs. Then we want pendants or necklaces.
Viking, Celtic, Slav. That's somebody who really has
This is the torque I need in silver. 2,610 Polish something. That's the one I need. If you really loved me, Karl.
I have no idea how much a plun is.
PLN, Polish something. Anyway, I forget what they had. That's the one I have. But it's bronze. But somewhere in there they've got the necklace. But I don't know, if I have to go a lot of pages in, it's not really worth looking at. Oh, there's the Gotland crystal. We don't have any of those in the store. There! Haha! This is the one I had in bronze, and then I bought it in... It looks a bit like those pendants. But yeah, I have it in bronze, and then I switched it over to silver the last time he was here, but that was like 4,000 kroner. 3,529, so the torque is cheaper.
Yeah, but...
Doesn't Poland have euro? No, they're still in Polish for some reason, but everybody accepts euro for the most part. Even we accept euro. But we'll give you a crappy exchange rate because we got to drive to Voss just to change it back to kroner. But anyway, that's the one I have there that I have hanging between my turtle brooches. But you can see that middle piece especially looks like that cruciform.
Boobs, as other women would call it.
My Viking boobs, the tortoise brooches. Anyhow, but yeah. But I forget what the find is based on this one. By the way, for those who love Pilar art or Jerzy Pilar, Pilarczyk, he is going to be in the village from the 22nd of June until the 28th of June, and he's bringing with all of his goodies. I don't know if there's like a quick mix, but I mean, he's just got loads and loads and loads of these things, and he can tell you everything about all of them. About where they were found and etc.
You do understand that we are way the fuck over time.
We're way the fuck over time, so we're gonna go. But I had to show off jewelry because I've started shopping. And you're drunk. No. But yeah, well, no, we should go. But so then my kid is coming on the 21st. The internet says that. Polish zloty, there you go. But why does it say PLN for... I was thinking of zloty, but then I thought I must have it wrong. Because zloty starts with a Z.
Do you want to get to the end of this rabbit hole before we...
No. For some reason, the original Viking cross reminds me of the sun symbol from the Zia tribe of New Mexico. I could see that relationship.
Yes, because the Vikings like to hang around in New Mexico when they have nothing better to do.
I like that. You know, remember when I said Albert says out of the nowhere dick? It's got... The YouTube started doing this. They have a little translation key next to it. And I look at it, and here Audra's saying rally. But then if I click on it, she's saying zlot, as in the zloty. So when I moused over where Albert writes dick, it actually says L-U-L. So he was laughing and it said dick. On here, it was something like where we were talking anyway, and I said, Albert calls you a dick.
So YouTube is just randomly deciding
YouTube says he's not laughing because he wrote L-U-L and not L-O-L. So he says, lol. So he likes L-U-L anyway, and YouTube just decided he called you a dick.
YouTube, we might have to have words.
I am the very important Viking, says Torben. Okay, no, we gotta go. It's time to put this one to bed, or at least feed him some tikka masala. Holy crap, it is late though. But we should be able to go on Saturday.
You, woman.
Yeah, so did they. But we should be back at... Yeah, Saturday is the 20th. Do I have this right again? Double check. Saturday is the 20th, and we should be on around the same time.
Yep.
Maybe not as long, but we'll see. And then the 21st, we go to Voss and pick up. And...
So, on the positive side, we are not working the day after.
I think he's starting to sober up. This is next week.
At least because it's not my daughter we are picking up in Voss, I can get spectacularly drunk next episode.
Jesus. Okay. See you next week. What did Karl drink? He drank Mintu, which is basically the Finnish version of peppermint schnapps. And how many did you drink? 6, including the bit you spilt all over the table, which is now going to be super sticky.
5.5 now.
35%. Thank you. Okay. Say goodbye, Karl.
Bye.
In Hallgrim way.
Bye.
Hallgrim! Okay, see ya.